Hello, hello. Not sure. Of course, the chat is tripping out again on screen chat. Let me fix that real fast. What's up, everybody? Brooks, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate that. Don't the thing work right? This happened last time. Super annoying. It like worked fine for a couple streams, but yeah. What's up, Peaches? Hey, you feel like you should ask. Interesting. Well, we played it. I'll say that much. Game 7 was definitely played. It was a game 7. It was definitely a game. Hopefully that's enough information. All right, please work this time, bro. Give me 1 second. This is annoying. I just want it to work correctly the first try every time. It don't like to do that. It was the game of all time. Okay, we're in business now. No, we're not. Why did it do that? I might just have to hide it for this stream. That's annoying. Gosh, dude. I literally made sure it was working earlier, right before I went live as well. But what's up? How's everybody doing? Everybody's having a good night. Hope you had a good weekend. We're gonna get into the off season as soon as I hopefully fix this chat, just so you guys can see whenever YouTube chat types as well, and YouTube can see whenever you guys type. For some reason, though, it's wanting to be weird and instead show the overlay of like their ad thing. Might just hide it and keep it rolling though this time. Okay, there we go. Holy. Hopefully, anyway. All right, nice. Yeah, no. So game 7, in all seriousness, Peaches, we lost 4-6. World Series overall, obviously we lost. If we lost game 7, we fell game 1. We win game 2. We basically traded blows back and forth until we finally win 2 in a row. At that point, it's 2-2 after game 4. Then we go up 3-2, and then we proceed to lose game 6 and 7 at Seattle. In game 7, we gave up 5 runs at the bottom of the 6th. We get 2 back in the top of the 7th, and then it just wasn't enough. It was super annoying. Our pitcher went down in like the first inning. It was tough. Very tough. This team was insanely like we had an insane run, to be fair. We went 4 games. Well, we swept the Phillies with the game 4 versus the Brewers, game 5 versus the Mets, and then game 7 versus the Mariners. We're very good, unfortunately for us. They won it already in this sim. They also won it in 2028. So I want to say they made it in 2029. Let me see. Playoff history. No, they did not actually. They made it to the wild card. I wanted to say they made it to the World Series, but that was the Tigers' turn. It feels like they've just taken turns. The Tigers have been really dominant as well. Ultimately, though, they won it in 2030 over us, which is tough. We had a really good team this year. I mean, even by team rankings, right? Whenever you take a look, our offense was literally top 5 in everything pretty much, except for home runs and strikeouts. So we had a really good offense, and the pitching was there too. It was just we got met with another very good team in the World Series. Like our pitching was top 3 in almost everything except for walks. What are Seattle rankings out of curiosity? Okay, yeah. I mean, that was an insanely balanced matchup. That's actually crazy. They were first in home runs. Ethan strikeouts. Yeah, that's kind of nuts. I didn't even think to look at their rankings. Their Pythagorean record, by the way, was 102 wins. They finished with 98, which is crazy because I think ours was 101. We finished 8 games under Pythagorean, which is nuts. I don't know if I've ever personally had that big of a gap before. I saw that gap before, but like not happened to myself. Anyways, all season's about to be here. We're gonna have the development lab, all that jazz. We already mass requested new scouting reports, I think, as we simmed up. Yeah, as we send up to after the World Series. Offseason starts tomorrow. Let me make sure though. I'm pretty sure we extended everybody we wanted. 2030. That's my own contract. What's up, pleb? Okay, nice. The chat's actually working at least. That was annoying. My bad for taking a few seconds at the start of the stream to get that right again. I hope it don't do that every time. Yeah, so we extended, I think, literally everybody we wanted to. At the bottom there, yeah, we did Blake Butler. So no one's about to expire on us. That was what I was worried about. Except for the third base coach. He might be public enemy number one right now, to be honest. You know. Not really, though. I mean, there was one time he should have sent the runner. There was another time where he sent the runner and probably shouldn't have. I mean, we can call it errant base running as well. More fun to blame the third base coach. You went bowling today? I haven't been bowling in so long. Wait, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Everybody tell Pleb happy birthday, please. It's Pleborino's birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Pleb. Wait, we actually let our base... Wait. Did he retire? Our third base coach is gone. Or did we genuinely... Cade Cavalli voided his last contract year as well, so that's cute. Real nice, Cade, after we showed loyalty to you, by the way. What's up, G-Mags? Last time you went bowling, you got COVID? Oh, shoot. Dude, I haven't been bowling. It's easily probably been like... I genuinely don't know. Yes, sir. Fan loyalty drops. Can't believe you've done this. How does it drop? I mean, I know we're I get how it drops, but it drops the poor. We made the World Series. I mean, we made the playoffs for the first time since 2019. The first winning record since... Okay, that's a lie. Okay, 2027 was the first winning record since 2019. Oh my gosh. Mark Lerner, new budget. 238 million. I'm pretty sure... A $10 million drop. You're clever. You're clever. It was a game. It was a game of all time. A game of all time for sure. Let's go. G Mags even said happy birthday over on YouTube, by the way, pleb. Don't know if you saw it on screen. No, ultimately we lost game 7. 4-6. The series was 2-2. Then we win game 5. We're up 3-2, and then we proceed to lose the last 2 at Seattle. So unfortunate. Honestly, this series was decided by game 1, if we're being honest. Like, that's where it was decided. Because that 7th and 8th inning was horrific in game 1. It made me so mad. But unironically, our third base coach, I know I didn't fire him. Was he expiring and he just wasn't good and I was ready to let him go? No, he retired. Wait. So he sends a base runner when he shouldn't have. Then he holds a base runner when he shouldn't have. And then he retires after we fall in game 7. This man, he better change his alias. That's all I'm going to say. We get our contract extended, of course, because we can't be fired. So, realize he was done. Oh, he was done. Forced retirement, hopefully by the owner. So basically, let's see. Owner was obviously going to be happy with a lot of this stuff, especially when you set yourself to where you can't be fired anyway. They always say they're happy regardless of how good or bad you did, yada yada. He wants to achieve a winning record, upgrade a catcher, acquire a top player, increase attendance up to 39,000 from 31.6, bring more of your drafted players to your team. Brother, I want to be honest. This entire team was drafted players this year almost. Like Ethan Bass, Eli Willits, Jordan Irvin. Can we be serious? Raniel, Ronnie Cruz. Some of these they drafted in real life, but still. Like, holy, get a grip. Who else you want me to bring up? Ernesto Cruz. I mean, we'll keep trying, I guess. 'Cause we don't really have anybody close again, do we? Kimura, by the way, don't let that deceive you. He's just he's a minor league player. Like he had a good cameo while Fitzgerald was out, but Sir Jameson, Simon, we didn't technically draft. Joe Young honestly could end up being ready. Maybe Brett Dixon as well. I'm not sure. I won the 2027 World Series in Game 7 on a Marcelo Mayer walk-off home run. It was electric. I would have been losing my mind. I bet that was insane. Okay, so ultimately our budget, our fan loyalty dropped to poor. Our budget drops by 10 million from 248 to 238. But then next year it's going back up to 246. So maybe he just needed 2031, he's taking $94.7 million from us. You know how down bad we would have been if we didn't make 34 million in playoff revenue? Oh my gosh, Mark. Brother, I thought we were good. That's tough. That's tough. Hey, what's up, Coda? Pretty good, man. How are you? 20 stream watch streak? Yeah, that's definitely the record. That's definitely the record. Okay, so arbitration, development labs need set up. New staff. We had our pitching coach, the DSL team, third base coach, public enemy number one retired. Evan Phillips retired, by the way, which isn't that crazy, but yeah, because he was out the entire year. Then he pitched only 1 1/3 inning toward literally the end of the season. And that was it. But he was 36, so he's gone. I mean, a pretty good run of it. From well, some of these innings are really low. Like 2022 though, yeah, I mean that's pretty nuts. 2022 all the way to 2030 if you want to count the one inning, but basically to 2029, that's pretty insane. Some small sample sizes in there, like the 5 innings, 13 innings, whatever, but pretty solid. Waiver wire is popping right now. We'll probably do staff first just to get that out the way. Who's on the waiver wire? Cam Canarella. What team did you win the World Series with, by the way, G-Max? Was was you still using Mayer's home team or his starter team, I should say? Jason Adam. Jack Radel. Yeah, I know. I expect big things for him. He's exciting for sure. I love when any prospect gets promoted, man. You can't help but be a little bit excited. Unless it's like a Phillies prospect. Am I right, Pleb? That's whenever it's I really don't care. I'm just kidding. Actually, it's your birthday. Shouldn't pick on you today. All right, current opportunity. We need a third base coach. We gotta hire one that's not that's actually wants to be here, that actually wants to win Game 7. First, let me go see. I mean, teach running is the only thing that's good. So maybe we'll just prioritize somebody who has good teach running. I mean, it's not going to be hard in this environment. Trent Durrington. Hold up. He's got a bad reputation. Well, unproven reputation. But he doesn't have our personality mix. I think Phillies prospects are doomed. When they get caught up, Kingery, Bohm, Stott, Moniak, true. Cornelius Randolph. I was looking for someone who's kind of like a lower. We'll still shoot for at least good. It really doesn't matter. We'll do teach running is at least good, just to fill in, I guess, that gap in the not in game running. What am I doing? Fill in that gap in the staff roles. Okay, well, that's still pretty broad. Let's go excellent. All right, now we'll just look for somebody across the board here. Like there was Trent. I prefer. We'll start with the lower personalities. Just those dudes are just cheaper. But I mean, it gets up there pretty fast with fair and okay, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. XLX outstanding good. What about Luis Mateo? Or even Damon Mosher? Sure. Personable normal? Yeah, that's godlike. That's perfect. Works for me. Woo woo, not first base, third base. Easy, easy. Yeah, we'll just do 3 years. I don't even have to do 5 for him. Okay. That's taken care of. Pitching coach at our Dominican Summer League team. Never even made MLB and was a top 10 pick. I remember what's his name when Kalinick had so much hype as well. The only reason I know it's random to bring him up. He was a person I got to watch play in person in the majors, or not the majors. What am I saying? The minor leagues. Um, which every prospect has a lot of hype at a certain point whenever they're an early pick. Let's do this. Handles dev greater than excellent. That really didn't fix much. Let me just do outstanding. Each pitching. The coaching is it's crazy. Still, like the coaching pools, I really don't think it'll even. I don't think they can really fix it in Apache. They're just because it's already established. These dudes will just have to age out, I guess, and maybe the new ones will start getting generated to be more realistic or more fair. Outstanding, legendary, legendary. I think this guy's a clear favorite here. I don't care about the personality setup for down in my minor league system. Make sure though. Oof, okay, hang on. Actually, I do care about this. But is there anyone that's like? Wait, are all three of these high work ethic? He's high leader. Okay, no. I thought there was like a common denominator if he didn't get along with dudes with high work ethic. So I guess it was a coincidence for Alvarado and Leone. Okay. Staff's done. Man, the tough decision we got to make, by the way, is I'm gonna just cut to the chase. DJ Hers, um, and James Wood are both pending free agents. Uh, Cade turned down his player option. Uh, like it was only a 2-year contract, and the second year was a player option, so I get it. And this is by far the best year he's had in his career. He's got some solid ones with us though, notably like the 27 to the 2030 run. But yeah, this one he put up 4.4 WAR this year. It was absolutely insane. So he's gonna be. I don't think we bring him back. He's 32. I don't like. He wants 32.8 now. He could probably get talked down. Worst case, if we really want to bring him back, we'll do what we did last time. Last time, we just let him go to free agency first and then brought him back. So that's what we got to do. We got to do. Armstrong, Ben Brown, Hurt, DJ. He was wanting like 20, low 20s before. Okay, he's upper 20s now to 30, which really stinks because losing him and Cade at the same time, I don't like that. As far as money, we got 66.5 for extensions, 99.5 totally available right now. Um, Now here's the big deal. James Wood wants a lot of money. He wants 46.4 for 6 years. Realistically, we probably get him to 4 years, but then the money's going to go up probably to like 50 to 55 million, if I had to guess. Um, and I really want to bring him back, but I don't think there's a world where we bring him and DJ back just due to our current money. Like Connor Wong's going to be gone. That's fine. Soto is. It's fine that he's going to be gone. He's coming off a nutty year as well. Matsui, Brown, Armstrong. Brown, I don't care about. Armstrong gets whatever. Like he's 40 now. Like he gave us everything he's got. I think he'll. I think he'll still be good, but as far as actually trying to squeeze the money out, forgot this Josh Smith salary finally rode this out. By the way, he'll be gone. Oh yeah, the pending minor league free agents. I totally forgot due to actually being caught up in the playoffs for once. Defer it all. We win it now. Yeah, yeah. Imagine we could take the Dodgers method. Imagine deferments, deferments, deferments everywhere. What's up, Breeze? You can, huh? I mean, we can defer it like way later. Like we can backload it, yes. But the Dodgers do like at a different level because don't they do some stuff with like the bonuses, right? Because yeah, I know we can like backload the heck out of it, but or front load, whatever option we want. I'm dreading even negotiating with him. This is gonna get out of hand. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be those what's his name? The guy the Mets pay every single year? Vanilla. It'll be that case for Otani with him. Yep, exactly. Okay. I mean, now look. Okay. Everybody lock in for a second. So, one common theme that's happened with James Wood, by the way, is he screwed you. One common thing with wait, I screwed you. Wait a minute. I think you screwed yourself because remember I said you might can let PCA walk. No, he did not. You said he took less money. Remember? I thought anyway. Maybe I could be the one tripping. You'll definitely know better than me. One common theme about James Wood so far is every year in ARB that we just kept doing 1 year extensions. Um, he kept taking less money, like 2 million less than his ARB projection. So maybe, surely, he'll be a nice guy here, right? There's no way he lets us be a team option, but we'll do it. We'll leave it blank. He'll fill it out for what he wants the team option to be. I do think. What if we go 40? Hang on. Let's go. Oh my gosh, dude, I can't lie. Why did I just now think about doing copy paste for the salaries? This is the first time I've ever had this thought in my mind. No, no, you're good. You're good. I'm sure you can do fine with your contracts. He took like a ton of years. Yeah, true. It was 51, and he's fragile. Gets some minor. Yeah, because I remember you started coping as soon as he went elsewhere. That's right. That's right. No, I'm just kidding. I wonder if you do something like this because this will leave us enough to sign DJ. Wait a minute. Why does it say this would leave 59.1 if we give him that in 2031? We've only got 66 point. Oh, wait. And this is still counting the extensions from 2030 to 2031. This is from 2030 to 2030, no, 2031 to 2032. I understand it. I probably just confused you guys, but all right, we'll just go 40. And then we just go Control C. Let's go boom. Go ahead and go down to 4 years. And then we'll leave you with that. We'll try team option first. He's going to hate it. He's going to despise it. Surely. I mean, because he wants an AAV of 45.3. This is 43.2. It's pretty close, James. Let's be realistic. It's pretty close. We don't have to be weird with each other. Just take the contract. Because I'm having second guesses about if I want to submit this. 46.4, 46.4, 40. It'd be like, okay, if you could put up 4 war per year each year, that's like 10 million per 1 war. That's definitely got to be on par with IRL nowadays, right? It might be more like 9 million per 1 war nowadays, depending on the player. We're trying it. Okay, he's going to say buyout of 4.8. What's up, Hollywood? Hollywood Ty, by the way. You guys haven't, be sure to follow Ty. I've been chilling in his streams. He was streaming Red Dead the other night too. And I was lurking a bit. Be like, bro, we're winning. Yeah, exactly. FM style. You promise them you're going to win the league. You give them a relegation clause of $0 if we get relegated, knowing dang well you're not going to get relegated. All right, here we go. Okay, you know what? He kept 4 years and changed it to a player option. That's not that bad. That tells me he's willing to take 40 per. Surely that's what this means. 40 per. Actually, we can just do use for all now. But he just wants the player option. He just don't want it to be a team option. So we can trim off 5, 10, 15, 20 million off the top. And everybody will be happy. That's what he said. That's how I understood it. Okay, so he lied. That's not what he meant. He meant he would just go down 1 million off the top. Oh, his agent just told me it was going to be 40 million for the first two is what he would do, but the last two had to be 44.8. That's what he said. Yeah. Okay. James, please. Not like this. The smiley went down a little bit. It is a big contract, but it's just 4 years. But this is a big dude, you know what I mean? He's 6'7", so he needs a lot of money. He eats a lot, I think. I would assume. Yeah, James is being he's being a little greedy. This isn't like you, James. This isn't like you at all. Okay, we're gonna go. Okay, instead of 40, let's go 40, 40.5. No, no, James. I know what to do. Hold up. Control C. Boom. Let's do this backwards. Let's go 44.8 here. 44.8 here. Let's go. No. Let's go 44.5. Just because I don't like the 44.8. It didn't look right. And then we go 40.5. Control A. Control C. Control V. This is the one. We just front load it. We've got the money to do it. There's nobody else we're extending. Told you. That was it. Okay. So we're paying him the 44.5 the first 2 years. Last 2 years, it drops off 4 million. I mean, 4 years isn't bad. I can live with this. We get out of it, like, that'll fly by, surely. I'll take it. James Wood's coming back. He's a freak. He's a freak. He just put up a 6 more years, best year yet. Yeah, 105 walks, 100 RBIs, 30 home runs. He's quite the player. His defense and left got better. James wants to oak tree. He probably will, but that's okay. That's why it's there. I mean, to be fair, I tried to get the last year to be a team option anyway. Yeah, he'll probably do that to us. James wants the oak tree wood type of deal. Okay, so now we got DJ. DJ's 29. The rest of these dudes we're not concerned with. Cade opted out of his last player option year. Yeah, the player option year that we gave to Wood, we tried to make it a team option anyway, just to protect ourselves, just in case. DJ don't want, like, let me see. This is the thing too. Aside from Cruz, we're not locked up long term to anything. So like we have financial flexibility, which is good because our owner dropped us 10 million this year, but then he's taking us back up. Supposedly 8 million next year, then 2 more million after that, and so on. And if we keep making playoffs and we keep pulling in $34 million worth of playoff revenue, then life will be good for everybody. I think I like DJ a lot, and especially with Cavalli opting out, like I feel very inclined to bring him back. He had a rough series versus Seattle, so we won't hold that against him, I guess. He gave up 4, and then he gave up 5 against them. He only made it 3 innings both games in the World Series, but he did solid against the Mets and Brewers and Phillies. Yeah, but he wants 7 years, so getting him down to even 4 does not seem like very realistic. Is the issue with him? Like, I'm not doing 7 years. That's just not going to happen. Yeah, what's up, Pep? Good to see you in chat, man. Pep is always you are Pep that's always hanging out in the Discord, right? That's gotta be you. There's only like two, well, not even 2 Peps. You are, okay. 4 years, last 2 years a team option. He definitely says no. That's where my mind goes first. And then we try and trim. First, we'll just give you the 30 up front. And then man, he's gonna hate this because I hate this. I can tell he's gonna hate this. If we did like 25 the rest, he wants AAV of 26.2. No, an AAV of 28.8. Ours is currently 26.2. I don't know if he'll like that. I doubt it. I'm getting cold feet about giving him the money. I'm getting cold feet. Now, here's the thing, though. Like, our current pitching, we go organization, roster, all players in org. We just go to starters. This is how we're looking. So, Cavalli's gone. Cavalli's gone. He opted out of the player option this past year. It was very good. Then DJ is technically like our second best starter by overall. We have Herrera, who did really good this year after we got him in the trade with Toronto. He's on league minimum. He's about to be in his first year of arbitration. Jesse Cooper, sadly, yeah, he's fragile. He can't stay healthy. like our rotation isn't awful. Basically, this right here, this was literally our five: Cavalli, Hers, Herrera, Cooper, Sakura. Um, Sakura, Cooper, and Herrera were literally all in league minimum this year. Basically, DJ would be our highest paid starter. Avia, he's an ARB. Had his ARB is honestly about to start like reaching a point where I don't know if he's worth his ARB. We got him in the trade with the Royals. As far as like dudes coming up, De La Torre is not going to get better than he currently looks, so that's unfortunate. If I ever become a billionaire, I'm making a Dairy Queen in my house, which is maybe the greatest thing in the world. I just had ice cream cake, and it might be number two. Is that the first time you ever had ice cream cake? It's so good. I agree, though. I agree. I haven't had Dairy Queen in a minute. I used to have it a lot more before I moved. Joe Young, like, he's not going to be ready in time. Like, I think 2 years' time, he'll be ready. Plus, he struggled this year at AAA, sadly. Brett Dixon, he's kind of in the same boat. Like, we have two starters coming up that are both probably going to be on the same timeline. Landon Harmon, he's 24. He's not going to reach 65. It's just not happening. Like, what you see is what you get with him. Ryan Perkins. Yeah. But by potential, I mean, we have some solid pitchers on their way, and like Francisco Garcia, Bill Ramirez, Harmon, Tusley. Not Harmon. Don't count Harmon. Towsley? I don't know if we're going to call it. I still don't know if we're going to call this guy Towsley or Tusley. Towsley just sounds better, I think. Joe Young, Cavalli don't count. De La Torre doesn't really count. I mean, he kind of actually reached a more respectable ratings, but it's mainly versus righties. Like versus lefties, he's just not it. His potential movement actually went up somehow. Brett Dixon, yeah. Cooper. What I'm trying to do right now is justify re-signing hers. But that's the thing, is this like a one-off for him? Because it was a really good year. A 2.91 ERA, that's by far the best by like a whole point and some change since 2027 ERA wise. Can DJ be that guy long term? That's the thing. Yes, sir. For those that joined late, it is Pleb's birthday, by the way. Those that don't know. Ice cream cake greater than regular cake. I agree. It just 100%. Uh, we're bringing him back. I'm not debating anymore. I'm going with my gut. We're gonna go 4 years. We'll do the 30 up front. Yo, Pep, what the heck, man? Thank you so much.
Core 86 just subscribed with Twitch Prime.
Thank you, man. Appreciate using the Twitch Prime here on the channel. Thank you so much, dude. It means a ton. Um, oh man, just till age 33 just hits the soul different. Players do age better this year, a little bit, depending. We're gonna try this. He'll probably just it'll obviously default. Wait, why is it not? Why does it default to like no promise rolls? We'll promise you to be a starter. Uh, yeah, he's got the Cy Young bonus, the All Star Game bonus. Okay. What if we go? We do 25 for the rest. I know, I know. Don't worry. I get cold feet the longer I look at it. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. He's wasn't paid for that last year, man. Like that's the thing. So, oh man, his stuff. But that's where he really popped off this year. He finally like reached his movement potential, and that helped him drastically. Like this was the lowest home runs he's had in a season. He led the NL in hits per nine. He only had a .8 home runs allowed or home runs per nine. Hmm. Don't know. Average BABIP too, so not like he was getting super lucky. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Which this year, like, let me look at the upcoming free agents, by the way, just so we can see what we're working with. Okay, so from here up is where he would be at. He'd be in this crop of players, according to our scouts' current opinion, of everybody that's 55 or higher. And we're looking at 36, 35, 29. So Todd Bradley would be someone kind of interesting. But he has movement issues pretty bad. I mean, I guess it didn't absolutely murder him, but it you just know when you sign Bradley, he's going to be the guy that like he'll get smacked around. Oh wait, DJ's actually here by the way. When we just sort, I forgot because he's technically upcoming. Hunter Green, yeah. I mean, other than Cade Cavalli and Garrett Crochet, like, and Garrett's on 28.8, so Garrett's going to want probably 35, 40 plus if I had to guess. We do have like we have a solid four. Like, if we take Cade out, our rotation realistically would look something. Well, Cooper's hurt. It would be Cooper. I'm a big fan of Cooper. He just cannot stay healthy. And we have Sakura as well. I don't know, man, what I should do. We also have Avdia, who's not great though. This is killing me. Crochet at 35 is better than hers at 29 for sure. Oh man. Is the order based on scout ranking and not alphabetical? I just assumed they were. Oh, do you mean I am a DJ Hers Glazer? That is true. That is true. That's the biggest issue is the sentiment attachment. Are you talking about this? I just sorted by overall. So that's why I'm in Scout's opinion over here. But that's the thing though. So Crochet's 31 years old. DJ's 29. He's going to be. Where's his birthday? Holy. Oh, it shows the days. Okay, so he's about to be 30 in like 2 months. Crochet's obviously way more consistent. Plus, we don't even know if we'll be able to get in on him due to how much money he's going to want. I wish we could see like his current demand, but we cannot. We can only see our players' demands. Maybe we okay. Let's lowball hers to what we really want. Worst case, we get a comp pick. I think that's what we do. And here's something else that changed: is he was a 60 overall like right before playoffs ended. So the new scouting report that just happened on October 5th. Well, so that wasn't right before playoffs ended, but toward the tail end. Um, yeah, he was shown as a 60, which made re-sign him look a lot more appealing. What if we go 4 years? He's gonna hate this though. He's probably just gonna lock us out. Let's go like 20. Whoops. Let's go 22.5. 22.5, 22.5. Team option, team option. Then we go use for rest, and then we'll just go. This feels a bit better. Let's just go 20 flat. Well, as the 500 doesn't sit right, as I proceed to type 500 because I said the word 500. I feel like this is better. Whoa, forgot a zero there. About screwed everything. That means I forgot a zero here too. Hello. Thank you. Holy crap. Put the zero in the right place. There we go. Possibly replace him for cheaper. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to take a quick glance at. Is like on the upcoming free agents. He's like top 5 upcoming free agent pitcher. And the other dude that's up there with him is another pitcher of ours that's walking in Cavalli. Oh, when it's tied at 55? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know about that. It probably is alphabetical, like after they're actually tied, to be honest. 22.5, 22.5, 20 million, 20 million. I like this better. Plus, I mean, 2 team options instantly makes me feel secure. Promise him starter. He's going to say no to this. He's because he wanted 7 years. Okay, so he wants the team option to be 2 million for the last year, 4.5 for that year. Okay, yeah. So he jumped up to 6 years. He went up to 28.4. I think we just negotiate him until we negotiate him to where we want him. And if he says no, then so be it. He says no. SandClan, thank you. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good one. What did we just do? 25? Shoot, hang on. Reset. 28, 29, 29, 28, 28. I'm stuck on like, dang man, I'm stuck on 4 years, and it's going to have to be a team option that last year. What if we go 25 flat, and then we go, dude, whenever it changes it over, 22.5. Did I already try that? I can't remember if the last one was 22.5 or not. Odd knows I've said the number 20 like a million times. Promise roll starter as well. Gosh, dude, 4 years is just 4 years. The number itself isn't bad, but it's just the fact he'll be 32 and 33, and you like I don't know if he'll maintain. What if we do this? I gotta try a team option again. No, he just jumps back to 6. This isn't going to happen. 20 flat for the last 2. Okay, thank you. It's not going to happen, man. Okay, 1 team option, and then we do this. We go 25. Dude, this is annoying. Whenever the buttons randomly change, like, what about this? It will obviously fill in the team option himself. He's getting upset. I've coped at the point, like, I've come to terms with if he backs out of the negotiations, then nothing we can do. I mean, we can always try to enter negotiations again, but before, arbitration is actually over and free agency hits. But that 32-year-old season just makes me wince a little bit, not being a team option year. But he's stuck on 6, so I don't think he's going to take this. Okay, 2.4 million team option. Yeah, he's not going to. This is our last chance if we like really want him. I'll do it my way then. Let's go 25 million. And then we just go like this, and then we go, I don't know, 5 years with less as a team option. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Like 5 will probably work. The thing is, I'm trying to cope with the fact of him being 33 already in that last year. Now, if he would keep it a team option, that's not a big deal. But man, even him being 34 and then potentially paying him around 20 million, that's where it gets me a little bit. Well, you see, New York, Game 7. It was a game that happened in the World Series. I think that's about all I remember of it. Maybe I have amnesia, but I think that's all I can personally remember. I don't know what happened. Like I went to bed and I woke up and then I don't remember what happened in the game. I just remember we made the World Series and it was a really fun experience and everything good happened. Yo, Sean Curtis, thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's all I remember from it. Maybe some people in chat remember what happened. I can't remember. I got an idea. Okay, player opt out after year 2. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me cook. Team option. Hold up. 20 million. I'm gonna regret this. I can feel it in my soul. I hate negotiating bigger-ish contracts. This contract ain't even that crazy compared to some I've negotiated. So you can leave after 2 years if you want. Hold up, no, make this year 20 million as well. But if he decides to stay, he's taking a pay cut for the 1 year guaranteed, and then those two are under our control. Buyout after last team option. Yeah, this very last one. Yeah, he'll automatically change it whenever you ask him. Promise roll keeps defaulting to none specified. So we managed to resign. We got James Wood to agree to a contract, so that big deal is like out of the way. Yeah, so that's why like I put the 5 million up front. Like I could add more money. Here's the thing though, like Pep brought up a good point. Um, like he's wanting a lot off the rip. Like he's really trying to sell us hard with this year that he just gave us. I don't know if he can be 3+4 going forward consistently. Hopefully, like he looks like he could, but this was also like a career year. I mean, we still have 30 million left for extensions, so we're not really looking to extend anybody else unless it's one of the relievers. But they're all like 35 plus years old. Also, in all seriousness, New York, we lost in Game 7 to the Mariners in the World Series. After we had a 3-2 lead, they won Game 6 and then Game 7, both at Seattle. That's what happened after an insane playoff run. The budgets they're looking pretty solid for this upcoming offseason. This extension budget here is technically still for 2031. It's hard to explain. Like, I know it's confusing, but like the extensions that are shown on our actual finances tab, I don't want to go there right now and reset this. But same thing with the Jays. Yeah, dude, it sucks so bad. Right now, we're trying to negotiate, obviously, to bring back DJ Hers. But yeah, that last buyout, he'll fill it out as soon as I hit ask for a response. He'll either probably put the same amount or he'll put another amount that he wants. Player opt out, so he can leave, and I'll be able to cope with it. We got him for 2 years, and then if he comes back, it'll be on our terms due to the money being lower, and then 2 team options after that, so we can get out of it right after that age 32 season if he falls off a cliff. Okay, so see, he's automatically going to put his buyout amount in there. Stayed on starting rotation. Cy Young, All-Star. Oh, it's not happening. I'm surprised he didn't go to full red there, to be honest, for the his little negotiation mood. Really surprised. He's back to 6 years, and he wants the player opt out after that year. I just refuse to lock him up past like 33 or 34. Yeah, exactly. He's not really wanting to nudge at all. It sucks. Okay, what if we go 4 years, all of it guaranteed? Okay, 4 years, all of it guaranteed. You get to choose if you want that last year, but we're going to lower the money to what we want again. We'll go 25, use for all. Then we're just going to go back down to our 20. We haven't tried this yet. We didn't let things end on his terms. It's always had a team option attached to it. That is true. That is true. Yeah, so worst case, if he breaks off talks with us here, I think this is my last option. Give him an opt out as well. Yeah, like the last year is his player option. Honestly, the opt out after year 2 still makes sense for me. I think this works. He's just so set on 6 years though. Like I feel like he's just definitely going to default back up to 6. This is my last chance. I feel like the more I give into him, I'm going to end up regretting the contract he eventually agrees to. You know what I mean? So this works. I can cope with him leaving after the 2nd year if he comes back. Cool. He's coming back for 5 million cheaper each year. And then there's a chance he only comes back for 1 year if he opts out that last year. I just feel like he's going to fall off a cliff, maybe. That's just the pessimistic side of me. Okay, well, that's the end of that. Okay, well, we could technically still negotiate with him again after he chills out a little bit and is not mad anymore, but I don't know if we want to. Okay, so James Wood is coming back. He's going to accept his deal. Yeah, exactly. Connor Wong, we're not bringing back. He was just backup catcher. Gregory Soto's 35. He had a very good year. I'm not looking to bring him back. If we do, we'll see how he looks in free agency first. Matsui's 35. He still had a solid year too. Cavalli opted out. Here's the thing with Cavalli. Like he's wanting similar to what DJ wants. I'm not going to give him this contract, but I was just curious. He wants similar to what DJ wants, and I trust him better than because of his consistency compared to DJ. I've also been a big Cavalli lover during this sim. Ben Brown's gone. I'm not bringing him back. We will go ahead and tick this for DJ, and we'll do it for. We'll go ahead and make sure to do the qualifying offer. James Wood should accept that, but for whatever reason, let's say it bugged out, I'm gonna go ahead and click it for him as well. Um, and then Cade. I mean, I don't think Cade would accept 23-4. So we'll go ahead and offer him the qualifying offer as well, just in case. I think I could live with 1 year 23-4 for DJ if it means we get a pick or not. There's a chance he accepts it. It happened to us with CJ Abrams, if you guys remember. Do you play with League Evolution? Players in my say become free agents after 7 years now. Oh, did it did it make it where did the evolution part of it make it where it like locked the amount of years? Yeah, no, I think I have it turned off by default though. I think I still have my contracts. I'd have to look. I think I maxed my contracts at. I don't know if I touched them actually. I touched the max years. Yeah, that's good there. None of these guys I want to bring back down here. So like, there's going to be some gaps to fill, mostly relievers and a backup catcher. Up top though, okay, so Avila, I do think he had one more this year, but his ERA was like below average a good bit. He had a 110 fit minus as well, so that was below average. He's really good versus righties. We got him in the trade with the Royals in December of last year, so literally almost a year ago. His arbitration estimate is 6.5. He doesn't look great. His control versus lefties is only 40. He's not great versus them at all, but yo, what's up, Brooks? I don't know if you heard me earlier, by the way, too. I said thanks for the follow. I appreciated it. American League got rid of the DH year 3 in your Rocky save. Oh wow, it's like the opposite, huh? They went the opposite route. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I think I turned it off just because I prefer stuff like that not to happen. But at the same time, it is fun sometimes whenever expansion happens, but you can control that yourself too. I don't know if I want to bring Avila back. We'll skip him. Herrera, I do want to bring back. It's his first year of ARB. He did really good for us. We got him in the trade with Toronto. Had a career year instantly. So we'll bring him back. His arbitration estimate's 3.8. Okay, he already wants a long contract. We're not doing that. Let's start with like 3 million. Switch from YouTube? Okay. Playing perfect game is different. Got you, got you. All those older pitchers who don't know which end of the bat to hold. Yeah. Dude. The what is your guys' opinion? Was you guys happy? Were you guys happy whenever the DH fully left for both leagues in real life? Or do you guys miss pitchers hitting and having to deal with like the strategy side of it? Okay, well he hated 3 million. Arbitrary size was 3.8. Let's go 3-3. I want no DH. I missed the double switch. Both leagues, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. If they ever for whatever reason went back to no DH, I don't think they will because like, excitement for the game, I guess. Because a lot of times it did feel like a black hole walking up there to bat. Sometimes it didn't though. I mean, like the Dodgers having Otani, it would just be totally elite again. But I'm a bit of a traditionalist, but I prefer the DH. It makes for a better overall game for you. But the double switch and strategy, yeah, exactly. The strategy side of it, I do miss. Yep. I'd rather have competitive at bats, even if some teams only present the illusion of them in the lineup. True. Yeah, like don't get me wrong, it would be super annoying whenever you just know it's like a guaranteed out coming up, right? Or a guaranteed attempted bunt. But then sometimes when you got like Bartolo Colon coming up there and almost hitting a bomb, that was also exciting. So I don't know. 3.3. He don't like that. Okay, he's upset. We've got to go for his estimate. Go for 3.8. Yeah, exactly. A big unicorn. He was a unicorn. He wasn't a little unicorn. All right, McGarry, we're gonna let go. We'll just withdraw his offer. No, 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 no. Wait, that's okay. Holy, I misclicked. But it's okay because we sent him a contract extension. I about choked. Imagine. Okay, Sakura, 2.4. Definitely want him back. His estimate's 2.4. We'll see if we can't get like 200K. Or 200K. What am I saying? 2 million. Some pitchers could hit Dontrell Willis. Yeah. I mean, any pitcher that could hit was super exciting, right? But then Otani really changes the game nowadays as far as like obviously the modern level. But I do agree with Sean too. Like knowing it's not a guaranteed out coming up makes it 10 times more exciting, in my opinion. But I do miss the strategy side. So like I sympathize with that for sure. Okay, so he's not liking that either. Let's do 2.3. Okay. Saved 100K. Whoopee. Dylan Ross, we got in the trade at the deadline with Toronto. He did really good after he came over. He was already doing solid with them, but was thrilled with him. His ARB estimate is 3 million. We'll go, let's go like 2.8. Whoa, he wants promise closer rule though. I don't like that, but that could be a deal breaker. What if we go like, okay, here, this is usually the trick. Okay, this is a little bit of cheat. So if we go like 2.5 and lowball it, he's going to remove that promise. Usually. Okay, well, he just straight up accepted it. So that's on me. Usually, if you go under, right, they'll say, no, that's not going to do it. If you go under a good bit, and then they remove the promise, and then you can submit one without the promise. 2.5. He went 500K less than his arbitration estimate. Okay, we'll take it. Whatever. Cole Winn is getting up to 2.6 now. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Cole Winn is somehow good at baseball in this timeline with these ratings. Last year was like his one off. Yo, what's up, Mr. Forex? Brother, I'm a newbie in OOTP. Thanks for the help. I'm watching your tutorials. Hey, let's go, man. I'm glad to help you out. If you have any questions at all, as always, you can just ask right here in chat. You can, we actually have a Discord too. You can find that in pretty much every YouTube video in the description, where you can ask questions anytime you'd like, and somebody will answer you for sure. But to be clear, I'm a chicken here, and I don't think Cole Winn is going to maintain the way he has maintained. He just hit 30. It was extremely good. 56 innings, 247 ERA, plus a 1.61 ERA. I don't understand it. 123 ERA plus last year. Now that was a down year. Doing his FIP minus and his, his negative .2 WAR. Like he struggled. He struggled. But every year before that, I mean, like, look. Aside from, we got him in a Rule 5 draft, by the way, in December of 26 from St. Louis. Because I think he had a minor league contract with St. Louis after the Rangers let him go. I don't understand it, but he is good at the game of baseball. But I don't want to bring him back. But we're going to miss him. He's like one of those cult heroes. Drew Millis had a pretty solid year this year. He put up 1.2 WAR. He's been really consistent about it. He's been hovering like 95 plus WRC plus, and I feel like that's all you can ask for, especially at catcher, especially whenever he can base run like this too. Now, I mean, even though he has 65 stealing ability, he only had 7 stolen bases, 9. 15 was like a one-off year, pretty good, and then 7. But he has value across the board, 1+ WAR each year. Like, I feel like we can take that. He also split a lot of time this year, as you can tell as well, with Connor Wong. I think bringing Millis back, 5.5 for that production is pretty good. What's the upcoming catcher market look like though? Because Connor Wong's leaving too, so like we need a catcher. We need a catcher. Mourinho is going to be the best. Or Marino. Yeah, he was really good with KC actually. He was still solid with the Diamondbacks, but really turned it on in Kansas City these last 2 years after they signed him. Dang, they got him for 5.6 million, by the way. That's crazy value. Why is Matt? Oh, Matt Chapman has some slight catcher ability, so he's popping up. I was like, what? Oh, thank you, Pleb, for posting the Discord link. Yeah, I guess if you need the link over in the YouTube chat, Mr. Forex, I can paste it there too if you end up needing it. But yeah, I appreciate the kind words, man. I'm glad the videos help you out. I enjoy making them. I try to put a lot of thought into them and like a ton of effort. So I think my favorite thing is how many players have came over from Football Manager this year. And I mean, it's also bittersweet because I'm obsessed with Football Manager. And so therefore, a lot of that's because they're exploring other games because Football Manager 26 has just been pretty big failure, sadly. And that makes my heart hurt too. But there's also the side of them exploring like the sport of baseball for the first time ever and stuff. is super exciting. And getting to interact with people who like was obsessed with the same game I was is dope. So the catcher market isn't too crazy. I mean, Connor Wong's here, who was one of our own. Caratini, he wasn't great. Ryan Jeffers wasn't bad. He has a 45 BABIP though. Camsano did pretty good. I actually like the look of him a lot. Let me make sure from within though. I don't think there's sure Jameson Jones, who could probably hit a solid amount of home runs each year, but his defense is rough, man. That catcher, it's just not going to pass. We've tried putting him in a catching program too multiple times. We also have Ronald Hernandez, who we claimed off waivers and then demoted because he still had one option year, just to kind of hoard him down here. He's not great either, but he was going to be solid depth if we needed him. Daniel Hernandez actually like a lot. Like I think he's a dude. He's definitely better than 40 overall, in my opinion. I think he's definitely on the major league roster this year. His arm stinks, but he put up 2.2 WAR this year in AAA, 141 WRC plus. Do you have any help for trades? Can't find a tutorial vid for that. Yeah, I don't have a video on that. So like, I guess the most straightforward, without going down a rabbit hole, thing right now. So if you're like trying to trade away somebody, right, you're going to have more luck. Which this year, thankfully, they like the new trade logic, trade AI is really really good. Compared to previous years, like I think they did really well in that. Um, they're more likely to be easier to trade in like their last contract year, because it tries to simulate like the real life stuff with them just being a rental for the rest of the season. A lot of the trades it's programmed, it seems like this year, you can still trade not at the trade deadline, but the trade market's going to be more active at the trade deadline and in the off season, kind of like in real life, right? So like trying to do a trade on opening day or the first month of the season, it's a little more tame and you might not get as much interest as you hoped. But do you have any specific questions about trading? That way maybe I don't, just sit here and bore you to death with all the stuff I'd want to share about trading. Like it's popular to trade dudes in the last year of their contract if you have no intentions of hoping to re-sign them, or if you if you're competitive for the year, you might not want to trade them at the deadline. If your team is looking like it sucks, then at the trade deadline you're probably going to be selling. If it's looking like you're not going to be able to compete for a playoff spot or the or like a wild card spot in general, a lot of teams will sell at the deadline. I don't know if we bring back Drew Millis. But then in turn, if you're doing really good at the trade deadline and you're trying to like get yourself pushed over the edge, right? So if you go to, there's a few ways you can see it. So like right here, bottom right, I have our team stats. You can see where our team was ranked for this season. Our team was just freakishly good. We were like top 5 or better in pretty much everything except for home runs. Um, but this can kind of help you pinpoint weaknesses, right? So if you go, you can go to info as well up top and then team stats, and you can see that stuff here as well. So at the deadline, if you feel like you're well on your way to winning the division, or you're going to easily make a wild card spot, or you're going to be on the bubble, that's considered buying at the deadline instead of selling. And you can kind of pinpoint some weaknesses and try to attack it at the deadline if you want to. And you're more likely to find teams. You can actually check out the trade block if you wanted to start there. You'll find teams with a lot of times they'll post players who are in the last year of their contract will be who they're trying to offload, or like last 1 to 2 years. Now, where it's the offseason, a lot of these dudes might not actually be in the last year of their contract, but you notice a lot of them are. But a lot of these are also just little throwaway players. Like these guys aren't difference makers. But right now, the trade block's pretty dead where it's the offseason. It helps a lot, thanks. I would recommend a tutorial vid because trading is one of the best aspects. I got you. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely something I've had in the back of my mind. It's just I've tried to think about like how I would want to approach it for a video is all. Because also I feel like there's a if you've watched the Angel series at all on the channel, the next video that comes up, one went up today. The next one that comes up is going to have the trade deadline in it, and then I already have one up on the channel that has a trade deadline in it that could probably give you some vibes of it. Now, if you're trying to trade away a player, there's a popular option to just like use shop player, right? So you can just go to their profile, or you can just like right click them and do trade options and then shop player around. or just click on them right here, transactions, or trade options, sorry, shop player around. And then when you hit shop now, it's going to show you what teams would be interested with these specific credentials listed. Now, if you want to do it for just like one prospect, because this will be single player, if you want a multiplayer package, a prospect package, you can change these filters to however you like. And then whenever you hit shop now, you'll see every team and what they'd be willing to give for that player. And thankfully, this year, this screen is actually sortable. You can sort by overall, you can sort by potential, you can sort by their contract. You just can't sort by stats. That's the only thing. You can sort by all of these. So something you want to keep in mind though is some of these trades you'd be like, what? I can give up this catcher or a 50 overall, crazy starter, right? Even though he struggled this year because he's all stuff. He's like going to strike people out. If he's not striking them out, he's screwed. Pretty much sums up Hugo here. But you might be like, oh my god, that's insane. But then you got to like read the fine print. There's 3 years left that you're paying this guy 19 million. So in the Braves' mind, they're like, sure, you just give us a little random prospect, you take this contract off our hands, we'll call it a deal. So that's something to remember too, is don't get blinded by the ratings instantly. Be sure to be mindful of their contract. So, but yeah, I mean, I can make a vid on it. I'd be happy to do that for sure. The next video that's going to go up is just like general talk about pitching staffs is the plan. So, okay, so ultimately, I don't know if I want to bring Drew Millis back for 5.5 million or not, considering Gabriel Marino went on that. Join the Discord. Thanks for that. Yeah, man, no problem. As always, ask questions in there. Feel free to scroll through the question section as well. There's been a ton asked since OOTP 27 dropped. Still playing FM25. 26 is terrible. They ruined their reputation on it after decades of being the best. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Like, I do miss a lot about FM24. The his our best is 5 million. Imagine we get him to like 4.5. I would take that. I hate how bad this one flopped. Like, it killed so much momentum after them skipping a year. It was really unfortunate. 5.3. That's the thing though. Like, there's such a solid. We'll take it. Whatever. There's such a solid foundation there for the game. I just hate how much they did too much too fast. The AI, the UI changes paired with how buggy the game was this year for FM was, oof, it was rough. Yeah, I know. I mean, I hope. Here's the thing, right? I wouldn't be surprised if they don't skip another year. So qualifying offers are good on the guys we wanted to. Not going to extend any of these dudes. The one that I would really miss out of the relievers is probably Soto. But how much money does he want? 3.8, 3 years. We'll talk to him in free agency if we have to. Josh Smith is a contract we were trying to ride out. All these are minor league contracts that we already offered. We're all good. We're all good. Now we got to do the development lab. Yeah, I wish that, or what I'm scared of is, for one, they wasn't exactly receptive to the feedback. They were kind of like, they acted as if nothing was wrong still, which was scary. But then the most recent, acknowledgement that came out the other day, along with the whole international management stuff, they acknowledged it a little bit, but it was still a little backhanded. I think for Jordan Irvin, I think I just want to do generate bat speed. I think that's what we're going to do. It was a little backhanded, but at the same time, they did acknowledge it somewhat. But what I'm scared of is if they're so in deep with how drastic the UI changes were that I don't know how they could revert it at this point. Like, I don't think they would fully revert anyway, but trying to get the game close to what it even used to be, I don't know that they're in a position to do that anymore. I think they would just have to go with the flow and be stuck in their ways at this point. DJ Willits. Okay, Willits, we could do probably as avoid Ks. I mean, avoid Ks or I. It's literally one of those two. Maybe is I. I think we do I. Yeah, we'll do plate discipline for Willits. Said they built the UI for Carlos, don't nut your game. Yeah. Yeah, I guess their goal was to try and make it super fluid amongst all platforms and not have to worry about it, but good lord, was that a horrible change. It was too much too fast. Ronnie Cruz, by the way. He went up to a 50 now. Heard Noah Syndergaard talk trash about New York City recently. I think he might be a secret national. Dude, he did I see something about him in the stat line today, by the way? I saw it on my phone earlier. I was seeing if it was still there. Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, I've still played my fair share of 26. I'm not gonna lie. But dude, some of this stuff is it's game breaking. A lot of it. Immersion breaking even. Had a whole transfer agreed to. Running clues we're going to do generate bat speed as well. Had a whole transfer agreed to, and all of a sudden it just disappears. Like I was finally selling a player I'd been trying to sign. Or trying to sign. I was finally selling a player I'd been trying my hardest to sell. Transfers like accepted, finally, like they agreed to contracts, then all of a sudden, poof, gone out of thin air. Player stuck on my team at that point. And I was like, okay, dude, what am I supposed to do with that? But that's just one of many things. Sakura, he I wish his movement would have went up on all those programs we tried. Like there's a world where we could still try it again, but like it feels like a waste. Once successfully completed training to increase his pitch movement. Successfully completed training to increase his control. Yeah, so that's the two so far. Successfully completed training to improve his control. So 2 controls and 1 failed pitch movement. And this is him. I don't think the movement's going to get any better if we were to try it again. It feels like it could be a waste. Robert, maybe we do his quality of contact or his eye. Plus, he got potentially 10 points on the 20 to 60 scale for avoid Ks and BABIP. And his eye's already 45. Could raise the ceiling of his eye even more if it's successful. He's 24, so he might not get his potential eye just went up actually. Let's do his eye. Play discipline. Ernesto Cruz. We have so many batting profiles that look the same, man. It's actually nuts. Fitzgerald. His avoid Ks could go up some more. Sure got 27% this past year. Versus righties, his avoid Ks is a 45. Still his avoid Ks. 2-strike approach. And then Seaver King, he's kind of chilling as that utility. He's kind of locked into that. Drew Millis is what it is. All right, I think we roll with that. I think on the active roster, you know what? We've got enough slots. I'm trying it again. It can't hurt. Sakura's going into increased pitch movement. I think what we see is what we get with him, but it can't hurt. Let's go look at the prospects real quick. See who could be getting close-ish. Alvin Liao, by the way, 19 years old, 40 overall. Rushed it at high A this year, A ball and high A. Stoked about this guy. He's going to strike out a crap ton, though. He's going to be a good defender. I don't know. Try to improve his avoid Ks. At least a little bit. Even 5 points would go crazy. We'll do it. 2-strike approach. Bill Ramirez. Wait a minute. How is Bill Ramirez not fragile anymore? Did that recently? I swear he was fragile. Maybe not. Maybe it's just him getting injured all the time. Had me confused. First, though, we'll prioritize Sime. I don't know. I think he's just ready for his time up next year. He's not good versus lefties, of course, where he's a right-handed pitcher, but he's solid enough versus righties as is. He finally rounded out this year, but he's 23 and he has not been moving. He has not been developing for me, and that's the issue. Bill number 1. Is he still number 1? Yeah, he is. Yeah. Yeah, I saw it in history, but I wasn't sure if he was still. He's still there. Yeah, if you know Bill Ramirez, if you know, you know. Where'd the OOTP Addy? Phone is blowing up. What's going on? Oh, never mind. All right, Saime, I think we'll put him in. His control's already 45. Put him in movement. And then Gavin Fiend will do generate bat speed. Hang on, actually. How about Devin Randolph? He's the guy we just drafted, right? In 2029. Well, last year. Wheelie. Susli's 24 now, by the way. And I'm scared. He has control, man. I don't know if he's going to come around. I think we've got to do his control. Bill Nye, the prospect guy. See, Joe Young. He's 21. He's fragile. We should probably get him into. Ooh, that reminds me, by the way. Hold up. Let me make sure. James is good. I hate that you can't hit the down arrow right here. Bass is good. Cavalli's good. Dylan Cruz is good. Yo, reserve goalie. Thank you. Appreciate it. DJ's good. Willits is good. I think everybody's good. Okay, I was checking for injury proneness. Herrera is good for now. Ross, Sakura. Hey, we're chilling actually. Never mind. That's what I thought. I wanted to say I don't remember anyone being super fragile. Let me do this. Let's start by overall and then go like this. So Ernesto Cruz is up at the major league level. He's kind of just been the utility guy. Brett Dixon is 22. You can do him. He's 23. Angel is what you see, what you get. He's not bad. He's actually pretty solid depth to have, to be fair. We got to go generate bat speed on Gavin. He's just not great versus righties. He's already pretty solid versus lefties. Like, he's very respectable versus lefties, but like versus righties, don't know if he'll ever come around enough, to be fair. His recent development is pretty good though, which that's the last actual movement is from August. To be fair, that's the last time he was actually scouted. Gavin, what do generate bat speed on? Got 2 slots left. The last slot's gonna be saved for defensive ones. So everybody here, we need to prioritize these guys that are like in their 45s with high potential. So Simon maybe did. It's basically gonna be Joe Young or Towsley or Brett Dixon. One of them. Okay, so Brett did really good at AAA this year. We drafted him in the second round of the 2030 draft. He went straight to AAA. Had a pretty solid year in his 11 starts, 186 ERA plus. That's pretty crazy. Gavin, we did. Simon. Okay, so then it's just. I think we got to do Towsley's control to give him a fighting chance. Or did we do? We did him too. Okay, so no, it's literally just Joe Young or Brett. Joe's fragile. He struggled this year at AAA. He's 22. Let's do Brett. Brett did better this year. We'll just do his control, I think. Like, you can't go wrong. You can pick anything for him. Actually, I'm a liar. Let's do his velocity. Am I blind? There it is, velocity. Yeah, because I just realized his max potential velocity is 89 to 91, which is pretty rough. Probably due to his curve and sinker being, well, mainly his curve being his primary right now. But his fastball is obviously lacking compared to it in his sinker. Okay, last slot. I'm going to save it for the defensive dev labs for dudes on the active roster that didn't get put in a long-term one. So James Wood, let's do. Bass had a positive zone rating this year, right? Yeah, 10 zone rating at short with 55 rating, 65 infield range though. You know what's a little worrisome though? I don't know long term who our answer at center field should be. Like, Arias did good. He had 1.5 WAR, 102 WRC plus. But then we also had hang on, who was hurt? No, it was Jordan Sanchez. Sanchez went out there sometimes as well. I forgot about that. Cooper. Well, he's back in 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know if that'll be back in time because he's the fragile one. I knew I had to be forgetting someone. I would love to put him into the strength and conditioning program, but might not be able to if it don't come back in time. If one of the other ones don't open up. I think you could just make Ethan Bass even better. We just roll with Robert. Roniel, that's who it was. Because Roniel as well could play. Man, our output has so much depth. Dylan Cruz's defense just isn't good. We'll do him first, I think. Actually, I'm a liar. We're doing Bass first. We'll prioritize shortstop. And we'll do infield defense, and then we'll get 4 defensive labs out of this one slot. Okay, we can finally sim a day. Typical first day of all season things where you got to deal with a million different things. We'll take another quick glance at the waivers because they're pretty packed right now. I'm not going to lie. And I kind of scrolled through it while I was yapping earlier. So he's out 5 days. Actually doesn't look bad. He's fragile. I mean, wow, I'm surprised the White Sox waive him. Struggle versus lefties, but he's a lefty himself. Pretty respectable versus righties. Like, he's just an on base kind of guy. Great base runner. Very good defense. Kind of surprised. Okamoto's on the waivers. He's on 14.7 as well. Oof, waiving that contract, huh? That's tough. Jason Adam, Canarella, another really good defender on waivers. If we needed depth, I'd be tempted, but we're actually okay. Yeah, no one else really. All right, we're going to sim a day, and awards are going to start popping up too, so that's nice. Sanchez is back. People reacting to their offers. New third base coach, for those that missed it, the third base coach that we had in the World Series has retired. So he saw himself out. Ever since Ezra teased a collab with you, he's been hiding like Cal Raleigh this season. Was the tease fake? Well, no, he was asking if I wanted to the thing he does with, like, I guess, new OOTP affiliates sometimes where he has like a chat with them, the interview stuff. He had brought it up whenever we had rated over. Yeah. So nothing on Ezra or anybody's part really. I remember he had mentioned it during that. I want to do this while I'm thinking about it. We'll go potential is at least 45. Get a crap ton of new scouting reports on all of our prospects with 45 potential. Then we might do some promotions and demotions after they trickle in. Pitching coach agreed at DSL. Drew Millis voids ARB. All these guys are signing their new minor league contract. Herrera voids ARB. James Wood signed the big deal. Fan reaction to James Wood. Overall fan interest increase is amazing. He's back for 4 years. Last year's a player option. His age 31 season, getting paid $44.5 million the first 2 years, and then $40.5 the last two, with the player option on the last one. So he's here for at least 3 years. Fourth one is up to him. Coming off a 6 WAR season, led the NL in on base percentage and walks. So that's our guy. He was the NLCS Series MVP. Sam Peterson. This dude used to have decent potential, by the way. Sakura avoids ARB. Ross avoids ARB. Pretty much everybody's going to avoid ARB that we wanted to. What's it say? Wood elated to stay with Washington. How much our fan interest actually go up? I think it went up 7 points. So a very funny number. Let's see. It's the waiver wire chilled out. Marco Vargas is still there somehow. I'm surprised teams aren't jumping all over that. Kyle Isbell. Very good defender. Yeah, okay this past year. Best in a minute. 84 WRC plus. All the new scouting reports. Once most of those come back, we'll probably do some promotions. Gold Glove Award is getting announced in 2 days. I think we're going to end up just letting DJ walk, by the way. I don't think we can agree with anything. Like, obviously he's going to be open to talk again. I don't think we can agree to anything. I think he hates us. We'll try it again for the hell of it. We'll do team option again on the 4th year. Surely it works this time. We'll go 25 million. Yo, Data Diamond, been lurking. This has been huge for learning how to handle an off season. Oh, let's go, dude. Glad you're learning passively. If you got any questions, don't ever hesitate to ask. That's something I try to always encourage people, but that's something I learned in real life, dude. Because if you don't ask and then you go through and do something anyway and screw it up, you're cooked. I used to always be too self-conscious to like ask a question in fear of like being judged for not knowing something. So yeah, no question is a stupid question ever. It's not possible. We'll do 22 because it's my favorite number. Last year team option. 25, 25. He's gonna say no. Last 2 years are actually team option. Surprise. Surprise. I threw one in there. Okay, set them to what they want. Okay, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing that again. It took way too long earlier. We're not doing that again. Avia, I forgot about him. I'm glad I came back here because I'm undecided. How to change a starting pitcher to a reliever. So it can actually just be as simple as just dragging them over here to the side, right, and just setting to roll their role to one of the relief roles. But if you want to actually watch the like Cavalli here says he's a starting pitcher, SP, you can click Actions top right behind my face cam, and then set position, and you can go and switch him to reliever, and then the position actually changes as well. But yeah, or there's a closer option there too. Another way is if you want to try and force them to be a certain role, you can go to strategy. You can lock them if they're a prospect. If they're not a prospect, you don't have to lock them. Or you got to lock them to, wait, no, where's it at? Force start. Okay, you don't have to lock them when they're a major league player. You just do it here too. This will force their role if you're not trying to. Let's say our manager kept trying to put Cade as a starter, but we wanted him to be a reliever, and I don't want to control the rotation or staff. I could come in here and like watch if I lock him to reliever now, or start him as a reliever, and I go to ask staff, it locks him over here. Now he won't default to putting him as a starter every time. That's what the lock thing is good for. But yeah, if you just literally want to watch the wording change, you can just go top right actions and then change the position there. Yeah, no problem. For sure. Well, just some different things that I haven't thought about when it comes to contract signing and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure. I feel you. When do you force a starter prospect to play reliever? I was just answering Mr. 4X over on YouTube in the YouTube chat. But what you might more commonly run into down in the minor leagues is a starter that the AI keeps putting as a reliever, but you want him to be a starter. I don't know if we're going to be able to find an example. Okay, Cornelio. Okay, for example, let's say this team. Let me switch to my view right here. Let's say this team was loaded with insane potential. Like I had 6 starting pitchers with like 50 plus potential, right? So they already put Eli Hurst and Bryce Hill over here. I would want them to be starting. But now there's an odd man out in someone like Jesse Miller, right? You see how he's listed as a reliever, and that means they've got him over here doing reliever stuff. Now, the longer a starter that has solid stamina is a reliever, their stamina will be more likely to drop over time because they're just not throwing as much. But you can go into strategy and you can go force start and then starting pitcher. It's rare that I ever see it's more common that I see a dude I would want to be a starter be listed as a reliever because the AI are doing it. So you can force start him that way. Um, so yeah, like in this case, I'm not too concerned with Jesse Miller doing that. Like I could force start him there. Yeah. Does that help them learn the position faster, or is it just a matter of playing time at that position, regardless of the position wording? Yeah, that doesn't matter. By the way, Breeze, the morale stuff that doesn't matter. Yeah, like this still isn't morale related. This is what I was talking about with the stamina. That can happen if they're not pitching enough innings. In general, none of that was morale related. Yeah, so yeah, that's a good point too. So like if we have a prospect here, okay, a good example actually. Let me go to all batters. So they're more likely to learn a position faster while they're younger. And then I think spring training, funny enough, if they're on the spring training roster, that's one of the times they can learn it quicker. Um, but someone like I'm trying to think of a good example. Achilles Perez, right? So this guy's a freak, by the way. He was our first round pick in the 2030 draft that just happened. So you'll see he has infield range, solid infield range, and arm, so he can play everywhere on the infield. And if I wanted him though long term, but he has outfield range of 45, he's not a good example. Damn it. Hang on. Let's see. Give me a second. Give me a second. Who's someone that has a little bit of everything? Okay, this is an okay example. Okay, Villalobos here. He's listed as a center fielder. He's not going to be a center fielder for us long term if he makes it to the major league level. He's only 18. So he's only a 45 at center max right now, unless he were to pass like an outfield defensive dev lab. In left field, he's already pretty respectable. If I go to strategy and I want him to realize the rest of that right field position rating, I can go to force start, it switches spots for pitchers and hitters. Force start right field. And now, whenever I go to, he's on the Dominican Summer League team. Whenever I go to the Dominican Summer League team and ask the manager to set all this up, it's going to force start him at right field now, no matter what. So that's a great time to use it. Is whenever you draft a dude, like it's common to draft a guy and you're drafting him for maybe his infield range rather than his outfield range. Gavin's a good example. Okay, Gavin's at AAA. He's 23. I have had him. Was I force starting him? I feel like I was force starting him at third at some point. Either way, he realized all of his defense at third base. That's really the only spot he's going to play on the infield other than first. This is another trick you guys probably have saw in another video maybe. But if I go to compare player right here and then defensive ratings, first to be clear, you realize all that you can see for Gavin is his third and shortstop, nothing else. But whenever you see like 50 plus infield range, there's a good chance he has some sort of potential at the other infield spots. And the same with outfield. Whenever it's 50 plus, there's a good chance they have outfield defense potential at left and right. But if you go compare and then defensive ratings, Gavin, you can see his potential at second, third, left, and right. If I wanted Gavin to learn left field to make him more versatile on the MLB roster, right? Let's say I have a logjam at third. Like, for example, to be honest, he's not going to play in front of Jordan Irvin, right? Jordan can play anywhere on the infield, to be fair. But if all positions are filled out and I need Gavin to start somewhere else, he could be a 60 at left field. Now, the only reason that doesn't show up on his profile right here is because he doesn't have a single rep there yet. I went to strategy and then I could go force start left field. He'll then start getting started at left field over and over. And I went to the wrong guy. It just screwed up my roster for the major league level. Now Gavin will get force started at left, and he's going to end up fully learning left field before he makes it to the major league level. So you can like really stretch their defensive limits while they're down here. It's another level of micromanaging. So I'd recommend only doing that for the dudes that are pretty good pace to make the major league level. But it instantly makes Gavin more flexible. He would be able to play left field or third base for me. There's also a world where whenever looking at his compare tab and you go defensive ratings, I could have him learn second base and be pretty respectable there as well to add another layer of him being available, right? So yeah, I would definitely use it like that. That's very, very it's very valuable. If they don't learn it all the way before they make it to the majors, that's okay. You can probably get them to learn it before spring training, or during spring training. That was a game changer for me when learning how to play and where to position players. Yeah, dude, like it took me. I randomly stumbled across the compare player thing too. By the way, like I was looking at the defensive rankings, I was like, wait a minute, I can see all that anyway, and that was a game changer. It was still in this game. I just discovered it in the last OOTP in 26. So whenever we're still here in 27, I was like, okay, thank God. But yeah, so even for Irvin, for example, he doesn't have left field on his profile, but he could be a 50 there. So sometimes you might not want to fully write off a prospect as being blocked yet. They might have a place for you on your team somewhere. To be fair, I could leave Gavin locked at third or at left field, to be fair. Even someone like Colin Bland now, whenever you see something like this, right? He has no outfield range and only a little bit of infield range. A guy like him, whenever we go to his compare tab, he's definitely going to be a not great, just first baseman. If they don't have 50 outfield range, it's very rare that they're going to have 50 or higher at the corners, at least. And same for the infield range. He's only a first baseman or a DH, so he's a little more limited, but yeah. Okay, so what were we doing? We were just sending along to the awards. There was something else. Okay, no, yeah, Breeze. So I guess hopefully that answered your question too. Because you said when do you force a starting prospect to play reliever? I mean I guess earlier I did say it's more likely that you have the AI trying to put a starter as a reliever. But you're saying when would you force a reliever to start? Did I read that backwards? What did you say? When do you force a starting pitching prospect to play reliever. Okay. So I'd be more likely, for one, I want all my starters to have at least 3 pitches and then 40 plus stamina. Like that's just my cutoff. If they have 35 stamina or lower, um, then I'm definitely more tempted to probably just instantly look at them to be in the bullpen. Like there might be a reliever with more than 3 pitches, or and also here's another thing: a guy like Devin Randolph, where he only has 2 pitches, he's only ever going to be a reliever, regardless of him having 40 stamina. Now there's a world where you could try the dev lab. I could try to teach Randolph a third pitch. Maybe that opens a new door for him. If he learned a third pitch, he might not be great at it because usually after they learn a pitch, it's like becomes a 25 or 30 in previous times I've tried it. Jeff Myers is a great example. So he has 30 stamina, right? And he has 4 pitches. Like he could be a pretty versatile reliever as far as how many pitches he has. But the fact he has 30 stamina, he's just a reliever long term. Now there's a world where you put him in endurance training to try and increase his stamina and make him a starter. So there's different layers to it. Just depends. Basically, my favorite prospects, they're going to get my most attention. I could go through and micromanage every single dude, but yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of sides to it. Now, Brian Crowley is actually an example. They've actually had him in the pen, even though he could be a starter. You can tell that because they got him listed as reliever, and he only threw 88 innings this year. He only started 12 out of the 33 he appeared in, so they probably use him as a long reliever. He has 45 stand, which is fine, but he's 24 years old. He's probably not going to get much better than this anyway, but let's assume he was even 22. This pitch is lagging way behind, so it's probably not going to make it to even like 45 or 50, which also makes him trend more toward like being a reliever. Because you'll see the suggested role as borderline starter. So that's what the game thinks as well, that he's more borderline, like a long relief slash emergency starter guy, spot starter. Yeah. Do you believe a 35 stamina starting pitcher could improve his stamina over time if he played reliever only? No. I think it would drop. Yeah, so like if I took, let's go to a starter. I went to Francisco Garcia, who has 60 stam, right? And I just started forcing him to be a reliever. If I started forcing his role to just be a closer or whatever it may be, just something where he's not throwing a lot of innings, uh, then his stamina over time is going to slowly dip down. So yeah, if you force a starter that already has 35 stamina to be a reliever, it's going to go even lower. If that's what you meant. Because that's what you meant, right? You said, do you believe a 35 stamina starting pitcher could improve his stamina over time if he played reliever only? Yeah, no. So forcing a reliever to start won't do the opposite. No, I don't think it works that way, sadly. That's actually a good question. That's something I'd be willing to test. Because my initial answer is no. Because because he's pitching low enough to gain stamina. So forcing a reliever to start. So I believe the starting pitcher is playing relief pitcher. He'll manage his stamina better enough. No, so like if you're taking, think about it this way, right? Why would like who's somebody with high stamina? Come on, it doesn't matter. Why would Herrera gain stamina by me putting him in relief if he starts throwing? He's going to go from like 160 innings to like 60. So he's not going longer into games. He's not throwing as much each year and maintaining like his arm. You know what I mean? So his arm, like there's a reason like relievers that have lower stamina, a lot of it ain't because they were probably a starting pitcher at some point in their life, right? Whether it was high school, middle school, but they eventually got to a point where they're like, I can make it better as a reliever. Relievers throw harder. Starters can even throw harder than they do, but then they wouldn't be able to go as long into games. Like starting pitchers in real life are extremely good at controlling how hard they throw on purpose because they don't want to, overdo it too early. Like they're expected to go deep into these games. Same old stuff. Bryce Hill, new report. Not much change. His potential stuff. Wait, that's from November. Nothing really changed. Wait, it is November. Most relief pitchers just leave it all out there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a great way to explain it. Yeah. Oh, like he'll have enough stamina by the time he's pulled as a relief pitcher and during more games. Understood. Oh, you misunderstood the whole mechanic of developing stamina without that. Okay. Yeah, stamina is honestly one. I feel like it kind of has a mind of its own, to be honest. Like, for example, Joe Young, which due to injury, see, this is kind of a good example. So Joe Young has 55 stamina now, which is still perfectly fine, but his stamina dropped from 65 to 55. Now, something to note with him is he's only been throwing due to injury. You'll see he's only been throwing 95 innings, which he pitched multiple places this year in 2029, 22, 39. So just by naturally being out hurt, not throwing as much year to year, caused his stamina to drop by 10. So, but he's a perfect example. When he goes all out in the bullpen, it's nasty, but when he tries to implement the third pitch and starting, yep, exactly. Yeah, that's perfect actually. Yep. Yeah, because I think one of the craziest parts is like growing up as you learn more about baseball and like the actual intricacies of like the pitching side of things. That a starting pitcher, like for example, there's like talks in real life where they're like, why isn't Mason Miller? Why wouldn't they get full use out of him and just let him start? Yada yada. Well, it's because Mason Miller would then have to maintain himself and hold himself back from throwing as hard as he does an entire 5+ innings. Like it's crazy that like MLB level, even minor league pitching, um, they can literally not throw hard on purpose, even though they're capable of more. That's insane to me. It's wild. Holy crap, by the way. Look at this guy. Nick Scoggins wins the gold glove for the Padres. What the hell? They got him in the first round of the 2027 draft. The ball, what is his dude? And he's in Petco Park with San Diego, already a home run friendly park. What was his home runs per nine? 0.5. How many home runs? He gave up 9 home runs in 169 innings. We go to just Major League. 116 ERA plus, 106. Okay. Well, yeah, his Ks per nine 6.4. Hits per nine are up there because he has low stuff. This guy's crazy. His max velocity potential is 88 to 90. What's his ground out percentage? Is it down here? Oh, I don't have that. Huh? Sure. Yeah, thank you. Hold up. What was his ground out percentage? Do I have it up here? No. It's fine. Let me go look over here real quick on the Padres because I'm curious. I got on MILB pictures. That's why. Oh, I removed ground out percentage from my view. That's why. Whatever. It's not a big deal. Anyways, Patrick Bailey gets it at catcher for the Giants. Oh, my bad. I missed your big message, Breeze. My bad. Okay. Say I force a 70 stamina starting pitcher to play relief pitcher. If he comes in as a middle relief, then he won't be too tired by the time he pitches at least 10 or 20. And then when he's pulled from the game, oh, okay. No. So actually, yeah, right, Pep, he would be a dream in cores. So yeah, in theory, you would think it works that way. And honestly, it's more likely to work that way in real life, funny enough. OOTP, so you can't manipulate it that way. Honestly, Arizona Axel, another OOTP streamer, and he's hung out in the streams plenty of times and things of that nature. He explained it great. It might have been, was it you he was talking to? Let me find the message in Discord. But he explained it perfectly. Basically, OOTP suppresses that on purpose so it can't be taken advantage of. Let me go up here. Let me go to from. Let me do Axel. Yeah, he said, so that's how OOTP prevents you from throwing a starting pitcher every other day. When a starting pitcher does a start, the game will automatically reduce stamina by about 50%. Even if he pitched like 3 pitches, it's going to instantly tank his stamina by 50 because it's trying to simulate a full-blown start. To say the pitcher prepped and is tired even if you only have them go 1 inning. And he said, if you're only expecting your starting pitcher to throw 1 to 2 innings, you may want to look at using them as an opener instead. OOTP will handle their stamina fatigue differently that way. Yeah, so that was like perfect explanation. So he says in game where you see the stamina bar at the bottom corner when you're managing the game, where you like can watch it actually go down into the red, or if it's up in the green, signifying that, they're still good or not. That's where he was saying it's different. Is different than how the fatigue works or the rest status works. So like fatigue in the game isn't equivalent to necessarily the rest status here, like for a starter on the bottom left. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. So like if you were to full blown change him to a reliever and then he has that high stamina, maybe it works more like you're hoping, but so you have to give that guy opener in order to not juice him after 20 pitches. Okay. I want to make sure I understand this. Okay, first off, I got to know this part. I got a question for you. Why do you want a 70 stamina guy to switch to the pin? Is your starting rotation just like that good? Is it like elite? So like he's just like odd dude out? Is that the case? Matt Olson wins it at first with the Cardinals. Ew. That caught me off guard. I still expected to see a Braves uni, but I forgot he would have expired. He's put up 1.64 in his age 36 season. Eli Willits for us wins it at second base. He wins his gold glove. Kyle Karros with the Rockies at third. Short, one of our own, Ethan Bass wins it at shortstop. James Wood wins it in left. That actually blows my mind. Was he had a successful dev lab? Was it literally this past offseason? Would have been 2029. Yeah. No, 2030 actually. March 2030. Successfully completed training to improve his outfield defense. Mind you, this is the guy who had negative 3.8 in 2029, a 2.1. So just being a 5.5, even in 2027, he had a 1.3. Brought him up to a 5.5 was good enough to win it in left field. That's kind of crazy. Okay, better example is a 35 stamina starting pitching prospect. Shows for a good build. I want to put that guy a bullpen so he can be better at managing stamina. Okay, when you say managing stamina, you're hoping to put him into the bullpen, fully switch him to a reliever. So in theory, in the bullpen, he can still pitch more innings, right? You just want an innings eater that strictly works out of the pen. That can work. You don't mean actually improve his stamina to be higher than 35. You're just saying 35 stamina would be high for a reliever, so you want him to go deeper. You want him to pitch more in the game. That could work. That could work perfectly fine. Honestly, if you've got a dude who is really good and has 30 plus stamina, 35 in the bullpen, consider running him as a stopper, and he's going to get as much innings as a reliever or as a starter would if you use him as a stopper. Real life team is the Braves. Okay. Okay, so wait, now there's a new layer. Now you want to move him to the pin, but also be putting him in the dev lab to increase his stamina. I get what you're saying. Holy. So without the dev lab, you won't increase it. I'm gonna be honest, because if you're putting him as a reliever, it's less likely that it's gonna go up. So, but if you use the dev lab, there's a chance it goes up. If that happens, then yeah, you could possibly move him over to start. PCA wins it at center field with the Cubs, though. Wins his gold glove. And then, dang, we had how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 gold glove winners this year. Yeah, my real life team is the Braves data. Who's your real life team? That's why I said you about Matt Olson, by the way. Whenever I saw him in the Cardinals uni. Olson's having a crazy year this year. Won the series versus the Red Sox today as well, which was huge. Well, while trying to get him to get the 40 sim. Oh, yeah, already read that. Let's go over here to league news. Let's go to. It's taking a second to load for some reason. Wait, you're in talks with the Braves right now? Have an interview with the Pirates tomorrow, or did you mean the Cardinals? Oh, with the Braves. Okay, okay. Though, and would rather work with them, but I'm a Dodgers guy as a fan. Holy, that'd be sick, dude. What the heck? I'm jealous. That's awesome, though. Hope it all works out. Yeah, Dodgers fan. I think you might be the first Dodgers fan, unless you already told me that before. Now that I think about it, I think you might be the first Dodgers fan that stopped by. On the AL side, Schwellenbach wins it. Kirk. Oh, you haven't told? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I want to say you're the first one then. Noah Miller, Casey Schmidt, Guardians, Carson Williams with the Rays. He's wrecked at 27. Oh my gosh, look at this injury log. Torn back muscle, knee inflammation, kidney stones, knee inflammation, sore ankle, knee inflammation, Oh yeah, his knee is cooked. Hamstring soreness, elbow inflammation, shoulder subluxation. Got it. Strained abdominal muscle, quadriceps sore. Dude, his knee is just dangling out there. Poor guy. Colton Cowser with the Orioles. The Orioles look like us on this side. They had one, two. Okay, I'm a liar. They had two. Max Clark. He turned out to be really good in this timeline, by the way. 7.3 WAR after 5.7 last year. That's the Tigers for you. Instead of going ahead and locking them up, they're just doing the 1 year arbitration offers. Joe Adele with the Angels still won a Gold Glove. His second. When was his other? Oh, 2029. The How many home runs did he have? 19. Yeah, he couldn't. He missed some games though. Interesting. What's announced next? Oh, well, that's a little bit of a spoiler. Gregory Soto wins reliever of the year. Got it. Andres Munoz. Oh man, this guy tortured us in the World Series. He pitched 3 times against us. We did hang 1 run on him 2 games though. And then sadly though, where they won 6-4, I think that was Game 7. He pitched 2 innings and shut us down. He had 6 strikeouts. That's insane, actually. Struck out the side. Well, 6 strikeouts through 2 innings. I don't mean he struck out the side both times, I guess, because he gave up a hit. So best in reliever, our own wins it. Oh wow, Uribe actually came in second. One of our own as well. Uribe didn't get it over Soto though. Soto had a 2.3 WAR, 95 innings pitched out of the pen. But yeah, now you got to tell us data how it goes, dude. That would be crazy. So say I found the greatest pitcher build in the draft, but his stamina is 30 to 35. Tell me he'll be a relief pitcher at best if I draft him with a top pick. No, yeah, see, yeah, exactly what data said. Technically, he can still start, but the other credentials have to be there. He'll want a third. So look, the game has a suggested role thing, right? And with that suggested role, I'm like 99% sure there's modifiers on the back end that this suggested role takes into effect. So like where he's 30 stamina, where Soto's 30, he has 3 pitches. You might be like, why wouldn't I just start this guy? You can try it. But what the suggested role says, I'm pretty sure holds a little bit of weight. But that aside, if he comes out as like a listed starter, 35 stamina and all that jazz, then thank you. Then he could technically start like data says. And you could continue to try and improve his stamina there. But the other stuff has to be into effect. Like if they don't have at least 3+ pitches, they're also not going to get any love on the suggested role part as well. Like, that's a freaking hitter. They got to have 3 pitches, and there's like a certain stamina threshold before they really like lock them into being a starter. Like, I wish I had a 35 stamina starter. Let me do this. Let me go filter, customize. Let's do it. Pitching ratings, stamina is, let's go like 35. You'll look, not a single dude is listed as a starting pitcher. And that's because the AI, now you'll see though, a guy like Dustin Campbell's a good example. His suggested role is to be a borderline starter. If his stamina was 40, I guarantee that changes to just starter. Now you can still try your luck though, like Data was saying, and see what happens. See here, look, this guy's 19. He technically has he has 5 pitches. He has 35 stamina. It's given him borderline starter. Now as he develops and those pitches come around, Jose Feliz though, he is more developed. He's 25, has the 3 pitches. His stamina is 35. It's suggesting him to just be a straight up bullpen. So hopefully that helps. I know we went like around that a bunch just now, but league news. What's next? Okay, Silver Slugger. Surely we got a Silver Slugger. For the AL, Cal Raleigh, Kurtz, who's a freak. He had 47 home runs, 127 RBIs, which led the AL in both. Cole Young, Casey Schmidt again, Colton Cowser again, Max Clark, Caglianone for the Royals this time. Did he? Yeah, he just won an MVP in 2028, 2 years ago. Just crazy year that year. And then Tyler Soderstrom for the Athletics as well. They hit good over there. All right, NL. William Contreras, Juan Villarreal with the Phillies, who has the crazy power. Finished with 47 home runs. Didn't lead the NL, by the way. William Contreras had 11 home runs. Luis Pena with the Brewers, who was crazy. Um, Pretty crazy against us. Well, he actually, he actually struggled in the last 2 games. Mitch Voigt, who we also had to deal with in the playoffs. Ellie De La Cruz, dude, 3 7+ WAR seasons in a row for Ellie. He's always a freak. No, OOTP 26, he was the same way, man. 6 WAR, 7.4, 7, 7.5. Holy crap. PCA again. Carson Bench, who also looks nuts. Thankfully, I think he was hurt. No, he wasn't hurt during the playoffs, was he? Who was hurt for them? There was a big player hurt for them. Then Tyler Bottenfield, or Botenfield, I might be saying that wrong. They got him in the 6th round of the 2028 draft just 2 years ago, by the way. A 60 BABIP, an 80 power, and a 30 avoid Ks. That's crazy. 2 true outcomes. He's getting a home run or he's striking out. He had 3.5 WAR, 149 WRC plus, led the NL. His slugging led his OPS and his isolated power. 50 home runs, 125 RBIs for this guy. Crazy. 100th percentile in a lot of things. Well, 4 things. That's a lot to me. It's kind of funny, though. Tyler Bottenfield, and then you got Tyler Soderstrom. 2 Tylers, one at the DH spot. AL's best rookie was Axel Plaz. I don't know if it's Axial or Axel, but he had 2.0 WAR in his rookie year, 93 WRC plus. And then what? Tyler Bottenfield. Okay, I mean that's actually fair. You know what? We probably wasn't winning over him. But you're telling me the top one was Louis Roniel with 2.9 WAR? Am I tripping? Wait, Bass technically didn't qualify because of 2029. Yeah, that's right. We brought him up anyway. Neither did Willits. Or Bass would have swept it. Oh, man, that hurts. I totally forgot. I went in thinking he was going to, sweep. He had 7.4 WAR this year. Willits as well. We called him up after we traded Abrams in July of 2029, so he didn't qualify either. We definitely would have won it. Sadly, I had a lot of faith in Jordan Irvin, though, to win it, and he was the only dude who kind of let us down. I mean, 2 WAR is still solid, but he let us down with the bat, even though I think he's going to be perfectly fine. But he was like, oh, yeah. I was like, he's winning Rookie of the Year. To be fair, though, I didn't know he was competing with Tyler Bottenfield, who surely had TCR, right? Yep. Look at this TCR for this guy. So they got him in July of 2028. How we would have known him is this right here. A 30 out of 45 is how we would have known him. And when we scroll up, he blew up. What a freak. Of course. And that kind of helps make that Padres team a lot more relevant a little bit longer. Because I think they're still dealing with some of those contracts. Noah Miller got it for second place for the Yankees. Who was in second? Brad? Wow. Okay. This dude's crazy. Holy Brad Crescelius? I like it. That's it. Yeah, 3.7 WAR for him. 28 home runs. Holy. All right, let me go actually check our own messages real quick. Got a bunch here. I'm sure they're all just scouting reports that we requested. Yeah, that's all they are. All right, back over here. We're getting to the good awards now. We should be. AL manager, Wilson of the Mariners, of course, the World Series winners. Their manager wins Manager of the Year. And then our manager, German Alvarez, wins it for the NL. This was German's first year with us, by the way. And he instantly takes us to the World Series. What a guy. He's instantly a Nats legend for that. Now we've got AL Cy Young winner, of course, Tarek Skubal. Who else? Still the best pitcher in the AL. Second place was Angel, or Aniel. Could be Aniel Bastardo. He had 4 WAR, 152 ERA plus. Kind of crazy. First, though, was Skeens on the NL side. See, that's why Skeens left the AL. Or not, yeah, not left the AL. They had to separate, or they stayed separated, so they couldn't compete with one another. Skeens freaking 6.6 WAR, led in FIP minus, ERA, WHIP, Ks per 9, walks per 9. Dude, okay. Yeah, the Braves paid him in this timeline, if only. You know what's funny? The Braves paid Skeens on here for the national save, and then my Angel save on YouTube, I think Scribble went to the Braves there. I was like, dude, I wish. Oh yeah, clicked the wrong one again. Now we should get MVP. Nick Kurtz wins it for the AL. Surely. I wanted to see if what's his name was here. Caminero's there, Clark. I was wondering where Clark would finish. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. still 65 overall, which he's only 31. It's hard to forget how young he still is in real life. Yeah, Nick Kurtz wins it for the AL. For the NL, Ellie De La Cruz wins it, of course. James Wood finishes third. He gets 1 vote. It was spread out a lot, to be fair. Ellie 16, PCA gets 7, James Wood gets 1. Ethan Bass with a respectable 2 down here, by the way. Juan Villarreal getting 4. Okay, Pleb, did you do this? Did you put in 4 fraudulent votes for Juan Villarreal? Only Nats voted Woods rigged. I didn't vote for awards to begin with, by the way, just a heads up. But if I did, yeah, this is kind of crazy. Ellie gets it. This is his 3rd one, by the way. Are they all in a row? 28, 29, 30. Yeah. 7+ WAR every year. It's deserved, to be fair. Wait, did he ever have a 30? He's had 1 30-30 year. Can you look at that? 1 home run shy in 29 and 2030 from being 30-30 3 years in a row. He had a 40-40 in 2027. I just missed that. A 2020, 40-40, 30-30, and then it just split up. Yeah, Odie is he's a Reds fan. So whenever my Oaks had to play the Reds, I wasn't too fond of that. An OOTP 26. My bad, Breeze. I didn't look over for a second. Dude, OBS bugs where I can't scroll chat up. Very close for no MVP between first. I know, dude. It's kind of crazy. Here, we'll look at it again. Ethan Bass with a respectable 2, by the way. He had 7.4 WAR. I'm going to say robbed by Ellie, who had 7.5. It's still robbed. Who led in WAR? PCA was 7.7. Yeah, like, look. He signed that prior to the 2028 season, so 2 years ago. He was getting 39 per, I guess. Wait, if we go to his history, can't we see? Yeah. Wait, actually, holy, what a contract, actually, for the Reds. If he got that in real life, they'd probably be ecstatic if he was playing this way. So prior to 2028, so he signed it after the 2027 season. So they paid him 11.6 in 2028, then 20 million, then 39. That's kind of nuts. And he get out of it as age 30 season? That's a respectable contract for the Reds. But yeah, that probably won't happen in real life. Who else? Nothing crazy. Luis Pena, I'm surprised he didn't do a little bit better than he did. Connor Griffin, what's he look like now? All right. Well, yep, you know. NL's just loaded. Crazy. Okay. I think that's all the awards. We can keep rolling now. We're about to actually get into free agency. Micah Bia, new scouting report. Let me go see how many scouting reports we have left. Okay, none. We can go do promotions real fast. And that's why I went to work with the Pirates. Oh, because of Griffin? Wait a minute. Oh wait, I think I was calling you Coda, by the way. Is it Coada? Or Coada Boa? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Boa works. Oh, wait. Okay. I was about to say, wait, are y'all both trying to work with the Pirates? Bro, that cracked me up. I was like, hold up. Y'all both trying to work with the Pirates? That's crazy. I was like, wait, Data, do you know this guy? It's literally, I guess you're all for the drops, probably. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, Avia, we actually got to make a decision on because I don't think I want to bring him back. I don't know. It's going up to 6.5. I don't like it. I don't think it's realistic that we would want to do that. We'll withdraw it. Actually, let me shop him. I'm a liar. Let's try prospects. We'll try like a single player first. Oh wait, it's on starting pitcher. The drops, and I'll also just throw it up on mute YouTube before. Oh, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. What the heck? That's awesome. You're a real one for that. Oh, dude, yeah, I appreciate you. You're too kind. You're too kind. Yeah, sadly, no one wants a VA either. Okay, well, a VA's gone. Go ahead and withdraw that. We're chilling. Cavalli and hers, we both extended the qualifying offer. DJ's going to be leaving us, man. Sad times for now. Anyway, he'll definitely get a phone call from us in free agency. ARB is on the 22nd. Let's go do promotions really fast. Okay, International League. Also, will OBS let me scroll up now? Okay, lets me scroll up now. Oh, I can read Breeze's last message, sadly. Let me slide this up. That'll help. OBS bugs sometimes on my the chat doc. So that guy would be more Rivera, where he sucked as a starting pitcher for Cleveland, but dominated as a closer in New York. So bottom line, don't put a starting pitcher prospect as 35 or less stamina in bullpen ever. Wait. Okay. I don't even want to loop back to that. I don't want to loop back to it. Because you said, so bottom line, don't put a starting pitching prospect who has 35 or less stamina in the bullpen ever. Yeah, you can do that. It's fine to do it if you want to, but it depends what your end goal is. If you're trying to increase their stamina, no. Don't do that. Yo, what's up, Vane? Over on YouTube, he says, I've been watching your Angel series and I love it. One question. How do you feel your minor leagues? Like when they become free agents, do you sign minor leagues in the off season? Okay, so for one, I want to make sure, did you know that you can extend them, right? Like you can mass extend them if you want to. Like I just did it recently. If you go to your upcoming free agents tab and then like you can click an actions button top right up here behind my face cam and offer all minor league free agents contracts. It'll mass offer to everybody that's a minor league free agent and won't send it to dudes who are currently major league players. Now, sorry if you already knew that, but I just wanted to make sure you knew they didn't have to become free agents. Now, honestly, I can't lie. I usually just mass offer it to all of them, right? Even if I don't intend on keeping them. Like if I go here to high A and I sort by potential, this dude's 23 and he's a 35 out of 35. Realistically, he should be cut, right? But I do enjoy still having like bodies down here to fill out the team, if that makes sense. There's also a setting I have turned on that allows ghost players so the team can still, the game will still operate if I don't technically have enough players down here. But yeah, so let's say you did want to sign, you want to fill up your team. So I would go to MLB transactions or just however you like to get to the free agents tab. I would set up my filter for, I think I saved one. Did I not save it this year? Must have been an OOTP 26. But do a filter for customize and then demand. It's right here for me because it's my recent. But to find it, you go to choose, then you go to miscellaneous info, and you can do demand or like it's one's just short, one's long. And you'll do is at most 0. And it's going to show everybody who would be willing to take, let me do a view that has my potential here, that would be willing to take $0, meaning they would accept you offering them a minor league or a minor league contract. You could even take it a step further. I probably would and would do age. Player age is at most, let's do like 23. Boom. So right here, all these are guys that are willing to take a minor league offer. So you could come in here, you could even sort by age if you wanted instead of potential, and you could cherry pick a 16-year-old with 35 potential. Why not? Might as well try it, right? 16-year-old with 30, 16-year-old with 30. You can do that, or you can just sort by potential, and you can just try younger players like Santiago's only 20. He has 40 potential. He might be a dude you want to take a chance on. Yeah, so that's how I would do it. So basically, demand is at least 0. Age is at most whatever age you want the cutoff to be. And then you can click their bubbles of however many people you want, right click on them, offer minor league contract. Now, some of them might loop back around and be like, no, screw off. I don't want a minor league deal, even though initially they wanted $0. So just keep that in mind. That's how I would fill my minor league teams if I were to do it. Now, something else you can explore that I never messed with in your manager options, you can actually set it to the AI to deal with minor league free agent signings and releases. Now, the releases part is where it gets sketchy. If it was just for free agent signings, this could potentially be a cool setting I would mess with because they might hawk out some decent potential dudes, you know what I mean? Passively that you might not even be thinking about. So yeah, I would assume they just offer minor league deals. Yeah, so ultimately demand at least 0, and I would just set an age filter to make life easier on yourself, sort by potential, and just offer it that way. Would be what I would try anyway. So yeah, I keep hesitating and making sure we're not missing anything here. We're good. Okay, so promotions. My bad. That's where we were. Um, First we'll go International League. Yeah, so Ronald can go back. He can go up. Uh, okay, so Manny, he's 45 overall, but when you click on him, he's like good. He's pretty solid. He can hold his own at the next level. He's also only 20 years old, by the way. And he just had a really good year at AA. So Manny's going up. Who else? Cole Prosek. I'm probably going to hold off. He's 45. He's 23, so he might end up capping out. By the way, don't get confused by the ratings. This is relative to AAA. His WRC plus is only 99. His WAR is 0.1. I'm not really wanting to move him. Now, Samil Serrano, he's actually pretty solid. Like, he can hold his own at the next level. He didn't get a lot of plate appearances here this year, and it's probably just where we promoted him from, like near the trade deadline. But his short cameo of 117 plate appearances, he did really good. A 311 average, 143 WRC plus. He can go up as well. Serrano's going to go up. Hesse, same thing. Okay, so Hesse actually, I get cold feet when I click on him, and then I see this is actually their ratings at the next level. He's a 45, but he like killed it. 3.7 WAR. A lot of that, it's fine to go by WAR, I guess, but like you got to think about it. Some of that's their defense too. The WAR's a combination of all of it, but I mean, he wasn't a bad hitter. What's up, Vane? I didn't know. Thank you so much. Last question: do you manually cut the guys yourself? Just taking up time for the others. No, dude, you're not taking up. You don't have to apologize for asking questions. You're good, dude. This is why I'm streaming is to talk to you guys. You don't have to apologize, man. Yeah, so I can give an example of somebody I'd be willing to cut. But yeah, you can manually cut them because see, these minor league contracts aren't actually counting towards your budget, right? That was a misconception I had whenever I first started. So I was like, man, how much money can I save if I just didn't mass extend all of these guys? So what I would be tempted to do, this is my rookie ball team. So as low as it can go aside from my Dominican Summer League team, right? They're like the same level, just one's in the Dominican, one's in the US. I would sort by potential, and I would be tempted to cut maybe Marco Pinto or someone like Eduardo Yaramillo. Hopefully I said his name right. For one, they just don't look good on paper. Two, they're 20, right? Now that's still pretty young. Like that's still perfectly fine for rookie ball in my opinion, but they're pretty much capped out. Maybe not Marco. He has a little bit of room. Now the concept of TCR exists. So there is a world where Marco gets TCR and all of a sudden blows up to like a 50 potential. But it's more common that you'll see negative TCR, which is what happened to Marco, where he went from a 20 out of 40 to like a 25 out of 30. So his potential dropped. That's the most common TCR you'll see. Um, but yeah, so those are the dudes I'd be tempted on, even if we take it a step further to like A ball. 23-year-old here, CJ Sampson. Like I have 21 pitchers on this team, or it's on lineups actually. He's just supposed to be a two-way player. Anyways, dudes who are aging out, right? So I guess if you need like a guideline as well, once a player hits 24 to 25 years old, that's whenever I start treating them as like what I see is what I get. A great example of that is Luke Dickerson. He shows he's a 40 out of 50. You might be like, oh, dang, okay. But he's 25 years old. This dude's just not going to get better than this. It's just not going to happen. So your best bet is just judging them by like what you see here on their ratings tab. Because this potential can be kind of blinding. It can give you false hope in a way. So it's very unlikely he's going to become something. I've had that mostly with pitchers, to be honest. Like if we do the MILB pitchers one. False hope with Landon Harmon is a thing we've had this entire time. He's 24. He's a 40 out of 65. Realistically, he might could become a 45, maybe a 50, but he's not going to change too much more. Now, something that is kind of promising about him and that is feels more rare than usual is down here, the recent scouting report, you can see what changed. So like the date is November 2030. Whenever I go down here to November 2030, his recent stuff actually went up and his control went up. Now, what you will notice is the potential for it didn't improve. It's the current. So, like, realistically, he might become a 45. So, I guess, long story short, to answer your question, A guy like Jackson Rutledge would be on the chopping block. He's 31. He's 35 out of 35. He's literally just here as a body at that point, right? If I wanted to micromanage it, I could, and I would come through here. And dudes who are, here's one, Josh Smith, which he's about to expire. He was a contract we had to ride out, sadly. I could have just released him and ate the contract. But he's a good example. I mean, he's 33, 45 out of 45. There's a reason he's not on our MLB team right now. A dude right here, Tejada, 24, right? Tejada and Vaquero are both 24 and 26. They're 35s out of 35s. They're done. You know what I mean? So those would be the guys I would cut. So now, assuming your next question, you'll probably be wondering, well, how much players do I want at each team? I would go for like 32 at all levels, aside from like your rookie ball. Both rookie ball teams, I think 50 is fine. I think hovering 32 at all the other levels is perfectly fine. The AI is actually way better this year as far as other teams. I used to set a roster limit for the minor leagues every single game version. This year, the devs advised against it a little bit just to help with the bugginess of them like randomly releasing players that were probably decent prospects. But you'll see here, their AAA team has 27, 29, 30, 26, 42. So the rookie ball teams, it's not uncommon for them to pile up more. That's probably where you would want it to pile up because the drafted prospects, which is a brand new crop of like 20 to 30 new players, plus international free agents to get discovered, come into those teams. So they pile up a lot. So I think hovering 32 at each level, aside from your rookie ball team, hovering around 50 is safe. And then just try to cut the older dudes that look like they're kind of probably done for. Show me that coaching staff. Oh, I got you. Oh, I need to enable the points. Ooh, we enable that live right now. Hold up. I forgot about that. I'm going to start a points thing on Twitch. Sadly, I don't think it's possible for YouTube, but if you guys wanted to do it on YouTube, obviously you could come over and do it. Totally up to you. Where you can, I want to make it where you guys can spend points to name a personnel member, like whatever you want. So I'm as close to the same mindset of not getting locks better. Yeah, exactly, Pep. Like, yeah, he's one that scares me. He scares me for sure. Like, he's 23 also. Wait a minute. New report. Oh my God, no. The last report was July. No, he's ready. He improved a lot. Only versus righties, though. But still, the same thing applies. So he's on the active roster next year, for sure, by the way, which is great because I can't believe he actually made it. And I'll show you guys why in a second. But because Armstrong's expiring, Ben Brown, Matsui, Soto, that's 4 relievers out of 13 total pitchers gone. So Saime being here and ready within is godlike. Thank you so much, man. You're super helpful. There's a lot you got to pay attention to in this game. No, you're right. No, dude, no problem. I have a promotion. Yeah, I have the prospect promotions video. But yeah, you're exactly right. So the only dudes that I promote and demote are the dudes shortlisted. And then I just set it to AI over here, the minor league promotions and demotions to assistant GM. And then I shortlist them. And then everybody on this favorite prospect shortlist, you can like click the bubble, right click them. Well, you want it to be a dude that is on your MLB roster. Also, you guys might be like, when do you remove a dude from your favorite prospects that made the big leagues? I'd do it after their first full season in the big leagues because there's a chance I'd still demote them. So like realistically, Bass, Willits, Irvin, Sanchez, Roniel, Arias, Cruz. Cruz can stay actually. He didn't stay up very long. All these dudes, Jesse Cooper, are graduating off of the favorite prospects because at this point they're an MLB player. If they're going down, it's probably for a rehab assignment. If they're going down a level, so they can graduate from it. But yeah, you can click this bubble. Then you can go transactions, and then it'll say disable AI demotion / promotion, and it'll disable it for everybody on this short list to where only you control it. Instead, I was stuck doing it the old school way of locking to team, going down, lock the team. I was clicking it like this, and I totally forgot that other feature existed. Okay, yeah, let me enable the points, by the way. And yeah, don't ever hesitate, Vane, to ask questions, dude. I enjoy it. If I didn't, don't worry. I wouldn't even put myself in the situation to answer them. Let me figure this out. Creator dashboard, viewer rewards. All right, hold up. Where are they at? They're close. They're close. I'm trying to enable points really quick on the Twitch chat. So like the points you get just for passively watching down at the bottom of your chat box. I'm going to make it in a second if I can find it. I won't spend forever on this. If I can't do it right now, I'll do it another time. but I actually found it, so congrats. I'm gonna make it where you guys can rename a staff member to whatever you. Well, I mean, it's gotta be a nice name. You know what I mean? You guys can't name them like something crazy, something rogue. But I just thought of a good twist. Also, be sure to make sure that one isn't already taken. I guess what I'll have to do, we're gonna make the scouting director cost 10,000. I think. I think that's fair. Like that's a pretty big. He's a pretty crucial guy. Um, and then we'll do. You can't do the manager. We'll make it where you can't do like the MLB manager. Okay. So then we'll go. We'll go MIL. We'll go. Let's do minor league manager. Jesus Christ, that was fast. It went live already. Holy. That was instant. I like just clicked that. How did you see it that fast? Minor league managers. Actually, we'll just go minor league staff member. We'll go like 5K. Yeah. That I just didn't expect it to like, dude. Like I had just clicked it, so pleb must have sniped it, and just like you did. All right. Um. Okay. What's a good middle ground? Let's go like 7K for. Hmm. It'll be team trainer. That's the cost. I did that backwards. You guys better be ready to snipe. That's all I know. Um, can I name the bad boy? Let's see. I mean, that's a respectable amount considering you just got here tonight, which I know you followed me like days ago, by the way. I think I saw that, so I appreciate that. Um, I think this is fair. I feel like minor league staff member, so it can be even a manager, MLB trainer, scouting. Wait, I need to put name in front of that though, like name, and then name. And then we go, okay, here's one. I'm not saying this one out loud. You guys can you want to snipe it, you can snipe it, but I'm not saying out loud what it is. We'll go like okay. I think that's enough. That's enough of them. All right. You guys want to name something? The channel point option now exists. Sadly, on YouTube, if you want to do it, you would have to come over to Twitch to do it. It's just a fun little thing. I guess the rules will be if the name goes in, it'll be until their contract expires, like until we permanently move on from them, whether they retire, whether they pass away, whether they get fired, whatever it may be, right? So no guarantees on anything, but I won't like someone can't redeem it right now and then instantly 30K for head coach. I can't do head coach. Can't do head coach, I don't think. I think that's the only one I can't do. The rest are fair game. Okay, so I guess we might as well start with the top. Pleb, what do you want to name the scouting director? Trainer's there though, and all the base coaches. 30K over Sir Plebington. Okay. Can we not do? Oh, no, I gotta turn this on. Sir Plebington. Drew Toussaint. We'll be seeing you. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Okay. First name Sir, last name Plebington. Josh said, "God dang, I better get one." All right, Sir Plebington is now uh our. Wait, why did I do Drew Plebington? Sir, okay. Okay, hold up. Yeah, you guys are burning this up fast. All right. Okay, we got Max is next. Max, which level do you want? And it can be either pitching coach or manager at the minor league level. I guess you guys can go ahead and type your names if you want. Chris got the trainer. Josh got a base coach. By the way, we just got a new third base coach. Josh, the third base coach had retired. Ooh, maybe we make hitting coach for Max Porter Senior. Okay, Tommy John. Oh no! Oh my gosh, we're doomed. He was avoiding the hit squad. All right, Max hitting coach for A ball. Just A ball, right? Gustavo Molina. So Ben Johnson. This is who you meant, right? Okay. And Max Porter Jr. Is it J? Yeah, it's just J. Oh, senior. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Max Porter Sr. Okay. Sweet. Now we gotta go Tommy John on the team trainer. Rick Jameson, by the way, gets his name switched to Tommy John. Oh gosh. Oh, what's up, Pikachu? I just added points down at the chat. You can spend points to name a staff member. They cost different ones depending on, which one it is. I try to make them a fair amount, but I don't want it to be like too cheap because then it'll just get spammed. And basically though, before you spend it from this day forward, I can redeem the points too though, so that's a plus. But before you spend it, I would always recommend asking first. Yeah, true. Oh, yeah, true. Actually, you're right. Let me. Hmm. Let me go to. Oh wait, Josh, what name did you want, by the way? For uh, wait, he's about. Oh, the third base coach. He's about to take him out back. Which base coach do you want? Do you want the third or first? I can show you, or you can see their names. Well, I go on Twitch real fast. Manage power ups and channel points. Okay, and then minor league staff member. We don't really have to limit it, I guess, because there's a bunch. Wait, cooldowns and limits. Okay, redemption cooldown time. Limit redemptions for stream. Limit redemptions per user for stream. One. I think that's fair. Yeah, because I don't think that is something right now, real quick, before I actually have it set up. We'll stick to one member. So as long as you have a member, try not to do another one if you can help it. Like, I don't know. Hopefully that's a good way to go about it. I like pay to win. How many gifted subs we need to how many gifted subs do we need to buy to earn some TeeClev? Hey, I love you guys regardless. You guys have no idea how much like the support on the YouTube videos and YouTube channel has like truly meant. I think the people in here who do know are probably iModi and Waves of Fate, and probably even Pleb to an extent now. I don't stop talking about it a lot of times. I put so much time and effort into the YouTube, you have no idea, dude. So you don't gotta pay for no love. You was getting that regardless. You was getting that regardless. All right. Scouting director. Hopefully that's good. This will at least limit it to where I can refund easily. It won't get spammed by multiple people. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Oh man. Okay. Bill Siberia works. Oh man. Okay. I guess without being able to go into too much detail, there's an inside joke with the name Siberia with Waves and I. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. No, pleb, no ideas. If you're a Duke fan, you guys can just hopefully not be a Duke fan around me. That'll work. Okay, so we got Bill Siberia's in at first base coach. Scouting director is now Sir Plevington. Team trainer's name is now Tommy John. And then we have our A-ball hitting coach is now, wait, it went through, right? Yeah, Max Porter Sr. And keep in mind, all these staff members are actually good. So they're getting extended if they can. You know what I mean? As long as they aren't retiring, they're probably coming back. So this isn't some, if I can help it, it isn't some little, they're going to be gone tomorrow or something. No High Sport is unreal. Shout out to TeeClev movie. Yeah, dude. Thank you so much. All right. I think we're good. I think that was everybody for now. I'll probably like uh promote the channel points thing a couple times, like over the next couple streams, and then I'll just shut up about it. That way everybody at least knows it exists, right? So they can get it in. Duke Phillies Mets. Who's worse? Duke. 100% Duke. 100% Duke. I'm saving my points for renaming a player. Okay. See, there's a reason that wasn't an option because it's just not an option. Okay, let me actually do promotions here. Let me actually do promotions. Let me get this locked in. International League, I think we did all of them. I'm a liar. Ronald, we didn't do any of them. I clicked them and then just proceeded not to do it because I probably went off on a tangent talking about how I like to do something else and then I just didn't do it. That's what's happened. I found you on the YouTube. Once again, thanks for the videos. Helps a bunch. Coming over from Football Manager, there was a learning curve with OOTP. You helped me out, so thanks. Yeah, man. It never gets old hearing people say that, to be honest. Like today, I swear the smallest comments make my day because I put, for one, like I'm not like a great editor, right? Everything that I do, something as simple as zooming in slowly on a spot or something, like it's all self-taught. I'll be mid-editing a video, and then on the other monitor, I'll have a video showing me exactly how to do it. And eventually, it becomes second nature. It took me an embarrassing amount of time to figure out I didn't have to remake the zoom every time. I could save it as a template and just put it over where I wanted to put it. Just drag it over the recorded parts. But basically, what I'm trying to say is I put a lot of effort into it, and it's all for the love of the game, though. Like for the love of doing it just to do it. So whenever people are genuinely like saying nice things, like earlier, the new Angel video went up today, right, for the Angel series. A dude was like, I really enjoyed the pacing and the editing of this video. I was like, thank God. I was like, just to like hear that it pays off a little bit, that someone genuinely enjoys it. Because if there's one thing I've learned, I don't enjoy editing as much as I thought I did. Something I do love though is making the thumbnails. Dude, the thumbnails, holy. I love like I've always liked graphic design stuff, but all that stuff is self-taught too. So the graphic design side, I could make thumbnails for a living for people if they wanted me to. Like I genuinely enjoy that part. I like it. Someone take over my top donator status, seeing Daddy Ways up there too much. No, you're gonna do that. Which is what's funny is I didn't even know you could do custom names whenever you donate. Like that blew my mind. So whenever it came through Daddy Waves, I was like, how did you do that? I thought it had to come through as like whatever your name is in chat or whatever. If you sense the future, you should have known you would say. Yeah, exactly. All right, so Henriquez, Rodriguez, Keenan. Keenan's going up because of his overall, regardless, even though he struggled a little bit. Rodriguez, Enriquez, Jesse Miller has not been here very long. Wait a minute, did Jesse just recently get better or something? Oh, he just shouldn't be on favorite prospects anymore. That's what's happened. Okay, so we'll just unlock him. He's not on there anymore. Let me do Eastern League again, and then we'll just go Keenan, Christian. I mean, Christian probably. Let me do this real quick before I waste my time anymore because I just realized something. I need to go to favorite prospects and then I need to literally remove the dudes who just aren't. Yeah, like Mike Mattingly, he shouldn't be on there anymore, sadly. Um, Mike Vick shouldn't. Micah Hendricks, yeah, he don't have to be on there anymore. David Costa, there's a lot of dudes. Ooh, David's interesting. Hold up, like how is this? Okay, I mean, he played really bad this year, though. His power and eye are horrific, but, like, I don't know. Like, this this feels like it might play better between the running, like, the base running. He was our second-round pick in 2029? Oh my god, he died. He died. July of 2027. Yeah, that's tough. Literally never changed from 35. Alright, well, GG's on that. We should donate all these drops again. I know there's some studs in them. I mean, you could always open them for fun whenever you grab 27. I know you don't have 27 yet, but could rip the packs for fun regardless, I guess. Even if you don't even like Perfect Team, because that's what I do, which is not that I don't like Perfect Team. I just don't play it, right? And I guess most of my viewership and stuff, it just comes from the base game. So, but I still open the packs just because. And then that's it. Open the packs, and then it auto like sets up my Perfect Team, and I just leave it at that. Okay, all these guys can be removed. First, we'll go enable AI for those dudes at the bottom. And then we'll just go like this and remove all them from the short list. Okay. Hopefully that's good. I mean, there's a lot of these 45s. They're on here because they're probably pretty respectable, even though they're 45. Yeah, like I still appreciate a lot of these 45s. I don't know about Trammell anymore. He can get removed. Josh Trammell, yeah, Jeff can stay. Serrano stays. Ted Roop. Okay. Yeah, the rest of these are Christian Rodriguez. Probably not. Especially he's 25 years old. Just realized that. Yeah, you're gone. Ruben Rodriguez. Luke Roberts. Okay. Now we're good. All right. Where were we at? We were at High A and we were doing Eastern League. No, we weren't. Were we? We were. Calvin Liao. The 19-year-old is making it to Double A now. Ecstatic about this guy. It's a grind for sure. It's all I've been doing lately. Playing Perfect Team. Nice, nice. Yeah, like obviously, I think it would be extremely fun. But between like balancing, I guess the YouTube side of things for me and wanting to hold a respectable streaming schedule, I would stream every day if I had it up to me. But it's just sadly not realistic for me to keep it rolling because like if I were to do 5 days, because then I would like lose motivation for YouTube some days because I still have IRL stuff, right? Yo, Brad, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, Christian's not on there anymore. And plus, there's a thin line of balance and burnout. Like I'm not felt burnout from recording and streaming and stuff, but you want to try to like nip that in the bud before it even gets there. You know what I mean? A lot of these dudes are ready. Yeah, it's rough. This week I've been busy with my programming and interview prep. So, oh yeah, I feel you. Yeah, like I guess realistically, if you don't check in every day, sometimes, especially I guess the higher ranked you get, right? You gotta like, you can really kind of fall behind probably. Yo, what's up, Brad? Been helping in Discord a ton. Least I could do was drop by a stream. Hey, let's go. Yeah, we talk all the time in there. It's cool to see you in chat though. Never any pressure to drop by though. I enjoyed chatting it up with you in Discord. Yeah, promote them. And then everything's good here. All right, A ball to Eastern League. Ted can go. Yeah, Ted's 24. Ted's got to go. That's the thing with Ted. You're 24, Ted. You can, it's not that you can go, you've got to go. It's time to figure it out. Nate Cummings is 22, 45. Justin did good. Rick, the tournaments are huge. Yeah, true. You know what's so funny, right? Like I said, I hardly ever play, like, pretty much I've never played Perfect Team, really. But this year, I, like, was in there more than I ever have been. I was like, I want to see what these tournaments are about. But it was like the draft tournaments. I think the second one, I entered a few. The second one, was it 8 teams? It was 8 or 12, and I just won it. And I was like, all right, I'm retiring. That was it. Retiring from the from Perfect Team. Just won a draft tournament. And I was like, okay, there's that. We don't have to do Jeffrey Davis. I think I remember I showed that on stream a long time ago. Whenever I had first done it, but that was it's been a minute now, probably like a month, 3 weeks. I don't know. These guys can go up to double A. Francisco's only 17. He was just a scouting discovery. He did really good. We'll just send him to high A. It's not exactly a promotion. He can just go up. Pacheco, same thing. I don't feel confident enough to actually promote him all the way. I'll just go high A. TM's 19. He can start A-ball again. He only had 19 innings. All right, and now rookie league teams, the Carolina League. Dude, the door just slammed back there. Scared the shit out of me. Jose Mendez. Sometimes that door, if it's like barely not shut, whenever the AC kicks on, I guess it's like obviously something to do with like the pressure in the apartment. Or you ever like open a front door and then another door in your house will like pull to a little bit? That just happened with the bedroom door. It just like caught me off guard. Ryan Gonzalez is really the only one, huh? Jose Mendez. Hang on, how does Jose Mendez actually look? Because he's not. Okay. I mean, he's 20. He reached as high as A ball, but we recently locked him. Otherwise, that probably wouldn't have happened. Unless. Let me see. He can go up, but he's not locked. I just realized. How many people has that happened to, I wonder? This dude's got to go up. Even though he's not locked, I'm going to promote him. Sir Plebington thinks relative to Carolina League, he's an 80, so he has to go up. The rest of these dudes I'm not going to mess with. Dominican Summer League team now. Okay, Nick Willis, Holdy. Yeah, he's going up. Robbie Perini definitely going up. Okay, this is confusing me because if he's been doing that good, why didn't he? Did he get TCR? He did. See, that's what happened. Holy TCR, all green since 17 years old. 16, well, 17. During 16, he had some red. 17, one red. Literally pretty much none since then, aside from his speed. Little TCR here from my guy Robbie. But he's been stuck in rookie ball for 4 years and still got TCR, by the way. That's crazy. You never know what's going to happen. All right. He goes. Porto goes. Willie goes. You come across TCR before your scout even tells you. Oh, do you mean like whenever you discovered it before seeing it in like the player development update video or video? Oh my god, you can tell what's on my mind. Player development update emails. Yeah. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good here. Who here likes pudding? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the last time I had pudding, unless banana pudding counts, because banana pudding is godlike. Banana pudding is amazing. But like a cup of pudding, you just peel the tab on. I don't know the last time I've had that. Yeah, banana pudding's amazing. You're my pudding. Aww. Aww. Pleb, we can't do that in the workplace, bro. You're my scout now. I think that's against like probably MLB HR rules or something. Jeez. Gotta keep that off of the work property. All right, that's good. Okay. How you don't eat pudding? Is it a southern thing? Banana pudding is good. Banana pudding is great. Aliens are real no cap. Bro, you not even on nothing. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? All right. Yeah, so we got 55.3, 23 million in extensions. And finally about to reach arbitration hearings. He's frustrated doing his defensive dev lab right now. Tapico and rice pudding S tier for you. Wait, is that the yeah, rice pudding. My girlfriend likes rice pudding. I don't know. Um I wasn't a big fan of it whenever I tried it, but I know a lot of people do like it, so I'm pretty much in the minority there. Jesse Cooper's healthy. How you don't eat pudding is a southern thing, or do they just call each other pudding? I mean, probably both. But no, banana pudding is good. I don't think banana pudding is just a southern thing, right? My friend from New York can eat his weight in pudding. Is that what you meant though, Josh? Is like just the cup of pudding? Aliens. What was you talking about over the YouTube chat there? What do you mean by I'm not even on anything? Does the stream not show anything, or are you trying to troll a little bit? Let me go see. Because if the stream has been down on YouTube this entire time, no, it's working perfectly fine. We actually have 11 watching over here on YouTube. Shout out to you guys, by the way. You guys are some real ones. Hope you guys are actually enjoying the YouTube streams. Because I've just recently learned how to fully set it up all the way. I've just been procrastinating it. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Because I like setting it up. I can read your guys and Twitch chats at the same time. So don't ever think I'm ignoring you guys. I just have to look a little further to see my YouTube chat. All right. It's that time of year. Basically, we just got to get some 07s in the chat. If you don't have 7TV emotes, by the way, that won't show up for you as an emote. You're going to see the letter O and the, yo, what the heck, Josh? 55 gifted.
Has gifted a sub to Brat 217.
Let's go. Josh makes sure as many people as possible don't get ads around here, if you couldn't tell. 55 gifted all time, by the way. 55 gifted all time. That's actually absurd to even think about. Holy crap. Basically, DJ Hers is on his way out. If you guys don't know what 7TV emotes are, it's like an extension you can download on your browser, and it allows you to see different emotes. Like I have a bunch on the channel that you won't see. Like this is actually an emote. This is an emote. This is an emote. For you guys, it's just going to say the words in all caps, and you're going to be like, "What the heck are they talking about?" But you can see the emotes pop up on the screen. That's what they actually look like. So if you guys ever like to see those, it's 7TV. Yo, Nonchalant Neptune, appreciate you. But basically, DJ's on his way out. So big 07 to him. Salute. Thank you for your service. There's a chance we compete for him in free agency. 3.6 WAR, 136 ERA plus. Oh, you gave it to him for like and put it. Oh gosh. He led the NL in hits per 9 this year. So yeah. We're going to miss him, but Cavalli's also on his way out because he opted out. So we're going to fully go over to free agency filings and make that official. Sad times. Cavalli files for free agency. DJ Hurst files for free agency. On the plus side, we did have a qualifying offer extended to both of them. So that's 2 comp picks if they sign somewhere. So that's huge. Funny enough, if we sign them, though, we won't be the one that gets the comp pick. Nobody would. All right, free agency filings tomorrow. It's here. International free agents hit the market. Drum roll. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Ja emote. Adrian Gomez. Armando Rojas. We get a scouting report on him. Sir Plemington better get back with it pretty fast, though, because we need to know before these other teams sign him. Tiaika Yagi. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Matsuda. Sanchez. Takabayashi. Moncion. Perez. Reyes. And Matsuda. Wow. Well, this one was underwhelming. Yeah, this one was rough. Unfortunate. All right, as far as the MLB free agents that filed as a whole, Cavalli is apparently the top one, of course. His current demand is 35.9, which is actually more than he wanted from us. Jackson Holiday is a free agent. He's fragile, 156 million, 26 years old. What happened? Wait, did he reach? Yeah, 6 years of service time. That's weird to see at 26. I'm not going to lie. Was traded by the Baltimore Orioles to the Dodgers in exchange for Frank Obeso and Christian Faucher. Faucher? Fuker? Yeah. Obeso's a 50 potential. I love whenever I hit the back arrow and it does that. I mean, respectable trade, but like they only got 1 year out of him. Not even a year, half a season. And I mean, he was pretty good though, to be fair. He was over 5 WAR last year total between the two. He's solid. Zach Neto is a free agent. Sheesh. They proceeded to play him at shortstop every year, tanking his WAR, I would guess. Yep. Career fielding stats. Well, let me go major league. Shortstop, negative 37.9, negative 4.7, negative 12.3, negative 5.2. Yeah. Sad times for him. He could have been like way better. Spencer Horwitz, Alejandro Kirk, Michael King, Pete Alonso, Pedromo. He had 5 WAR this year with the Mets. Ezekiel Tovar, Corbin Carroll. Wait, Carroll walked. Was he voided the team option year with the Mariners? Gets his ring and dips. Now he wants to get paid. He's fragile. Okay, time to assess the team needs real quick. What we do, go ahead and clear all depth charts. All right, so ultimately, Cruz right now would be going back to DH due to him being the odd man out with just the weaker defense of the bunch. I'd probably put Sanchez. He's going to be left or right. Now, this is okay. Basically, James Wood has to be left, actually. What am I saying? James Wood in left. And then there's this situation. So Sanchez is probably who I want to be back there. We have Arias, who is the best, probably center field defender we have. Cruz is just not quite there. He's probably just going to be the, utility guy. And then you have Raniel, which is where it gets interesting because he put up 2.9 more this year. And that's our outfield already set. And then you have him who put up 2.9 more. He's 25. He's still in league minimum. So I get it's like steak too juicy, lobster too buttery situation here. But we have like a log jam to where he can't start. So Ethan Bass is going to start back at shortstop. Just won a gold glove at short this year, by the way. Coming off of a 7.4 WAR season. He's like the extra base hit king. Jordan Irvin, rookie season was like, it was good. I mean, 2 WAR your rookie year, that's good at the end of the day, right? Let's be realistic. But we expected more. I personally expected more. I guess he had so much hype, in my opinion. So that's why. Eli Willits is going back to shortstop. He's coming off, or not shortstop, sorry, second base. He's coming off a 4.4 WAR. And then we got this situation again, right? So second, third, and short's on lockdown. Then we have a guy named Ronnie Cruz who didn't do as well as someone like Raniel did in a utility role or just a fill-in kind of role. Like he's going to be good, right? He's 24. He's already looked solid. He deserves to be starting. Can I just say I hate you have no games played on your view? Wait a minute. Hold up. I still don't have it. You're right. Yeah, so the reason why is because I have like the plate appearances, right? So I can kind of put 2 and 2 together. I remembered I was on the minor league view though that I made for my batters, and I thought it was going to be on my main batting stats, but it's not. But yeah, I just kind of put 2 and 2 together with the plate appearances. Oh, you're probably saying that too because at the bottom, right? Yeah, I just put 2 and 2 together with the plate appearances. I'm like, oh yeah, I mean you got like 500 plus, you were definitely starting. And it just helped condense it down. I could add it though. Nothing wrong with adding it. But yeah, so Ronnie can play everywhere. He has 60 outfield range, 60 infield range, and he deserves to be starting as well. First base, though, is going to be Devin Fitzgerald. All goof. I'm just kidding. I know you meant all good. What was Woods' extension? It was 4 years. And Yeah, 4 years. Last year's a player option. 44.5 for the first two, and then 45, 40.5, 40.5. 4 years wasn't that bad. Get out of it pretty fast. And our money is projected to go up each year as it currently stands. So, yeah. Yeah, just like for platoon guys who get pinch hit for it. Yeah, true, true. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is his career year, to be fair. 6'4". He was insane in the postseason. He won the NLCS MVP. 388 on base, 276 average, 105 walks, 100 RBIs. By the way, he has had 3 100 RBI seasons perfectly. Oh, wait, that's 110. I'm a liar. 2 perfectly 100 RBI seasons. Thought it was 3. I missed the 10. That's kind of crazy. Walks, by the way, 105 this year. That's just absurd. Strikeout rate finally came down after that 2027 season. Okay. First base is going to be Fitzgerald, though. Like, there's a world where Ronnie could technically be like anybody could be first baseman, right? But then you run into the issue of like log jams again. And then for now, Millis is the starting catcher. We might get a little active for like a better catcher, like a way better. I don't know though. He's been consistently 90 plus. I mean 95 plus WRC plus for the past 3 years, and one plus like 1.2 WAR each year, which is 1 point whatever WAR isn't crazy, but yeah, he was also split in time a lot of that. 300 plate appearances or 200, 300, 400. Um, yeah, so basically right now, that's the glaring issue. We also have a massive reliever issue that we've got to feel because all of our dudes that left in free agency were like 34 plus years old. Sime's finally ready. He sucks versus lefties though. Like, so he's just going to be ideally trotting out there versus righties, but he's pretty good. He's still in 99 to 100 currently. Yeah, he's coming up. So we'll see who all we can promote from within first. Basically, De La Torre is in a spot where he could probably just be a reliever because he's not beating anybody out in the rotation. He's 25. He's not going to really get better than this. His potential movement went up last in August. Nothing changed with his November report. So, uh, Granillo can honestly probably stay up. He was odd man out. Like, he's kind of like Saime in the sense that he's only good versus righties. Granillo can easily come back up, though. He's still in league minimum. He's Yeah, he was really good in 29. 2030, he was odd man out and wasn't even doing terrible last year. It was just we were suffering from a good problem of dudes uh of just good players, like just dudes outperforming him. Hunter Patterson, he's a lefty. He could be a solid lefty option. We had him as depth. I remember we just offered him a minor league free agent contract and he accepted it. He's pretty good. But wait a minute. Towsley devved up a little bit. His current control went up to 40. When did his movement hit that? Oh, in November as well. 2 reports came through on him. So one we requested. Okay, so his movement went from 45 to 50. Okay, nah, I don't know. He's 24, so he's like teetering on that line of like also just plateauing at a whole lot of nothing. Um, yeah, versus righties is kind of respectable right now, but not crazy. Joe Young and Brett Dixon are like the same thing. They're not surefire things. So like we need pitching bad. Our offense pretty much is on lockdown. But the only question mark on offense is it's pretty much Raniel can play across the entire outfield. The only question mark on offense is as well as Ernesto Cruz, who is going to be our starting catcher if we go after one or sign one. So Seaver King is a utility infielder. He can also play outfield, by the way. He has 60 outfield range and can play pretty much everywhere. So and then we also have Ronnie Cruz. So our offense is on lock for a very long time, at least the duration of James Wood's contract, because all these other dudes are on league minimum or early year of R. But honestly, I think everybody's on league minimum except for Cruz and James Wood on the entire offense. Yeah, that's how set up we are. So Seaver, though, Seaver will wait, no, Ronnie can play. We'll do Seaver back up short first. Then we'll do Ronnie. So I really didn't have to change anything. Ronnie can go here. Seaver goes here. At third, his arm is a 60. Severs is a 50. So we'll just do Ronnie first, Seaver next. Then we'll go. Oof. Actually, we'll probably go Raniel, Ronnie. Then we just go like this. It's pretty insane to have that much offense and good defense locked up on team control. I know, dude. And like, there's a thin line where I'm getting tempted to just go ahead and lock down Ethan Bass. Like 7.4 WAR in your first full season. You know what I mean? Go ahead and get in while the getting's good on that cheap contract. Like, just imagine. Okay, so 15 is the max. Even 8 years, that would be his age 31 season. Okay, his jumps up a respectable amount. I was curious to see what it looks like. He goes ahead and right as his free agent years jumps up to 38.6, which could ultimately end up being cheaper what he wants once that time actually comes. But I was just curious what it would look like. So now he just scared me out of it. But yeah, it's pretty insane. I mean, when you look at our salaries tab, it's all ARB. Like Herrera, the pitching side has more arbitration guys. The offense, every single person except for Wood and Cruz and Millis, technically, forgot about him, are league minimum, 850K all the way down. So we're going to be good for a minute at least and still cheap. So we're going to be able to be in a spot where we can supplement our roster with free agents as well. So Ronnie Seaver, Raniel, and then Ernesto. All right. And this is exactly how we would probably look to start the year. So we'll just go ahead and do this. And we'll just keep a catcher in the back of our mind. Now, the pitching screen is a jump scare. It's a jump scare because it's empty. It died, as a matter of fact. Yeah, a lot of people died. If we go, so Cooper, it's pretty, but the starters are still kind of like, wait a minute, who's missing? Where is there? God, this guy empty. Holy, we're at 7 players. We would need like 6. We went, let's just do this for now. Just do everybody middle relief. We're going to have the money for this. It's where hers and Cavalli went. That's what's throwing me off. And then all of the old relievers. Okay. And then just to confirm, we'll just go all pitchers. There's probably technically more, even if we go all players, right? So Kimura is somebody who I want to try and shop. He's on league minimum and he came up and had that short cameo. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Shop player around. We'll just go single player, all players for now. Ooh. Other than the fact that he's a pain in the you know what, personality wise, a little bit, he's not that bad. They got him in a trade with Texas in 2028. Now, I mean, he has not pitched good since leaving Texas. But does he look good? Yes. And he's still in arbitration. Matt Brash is in his final year. Screw this guy, actually. We beat him around in the World Series. One game, we dropped 4 earned on his head, and then he killed us on the other days. Yo, HYC movie collections. Shout out from Taiwan. Let's go, dude. Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for dropping in. Okay, there's some good options here. I think you might be the first person I've ever heard drop by in the chat before from Taiwan, as far as I know, anyway. That's actually mentioned where they're from. That's awesome, man. Braxton Ashcraft, he's got 4 years left, 18 mil for Brash. Wait a minute. We've got 70.6 million available. We need to fill at least 6 pitching spots. 4, well, yeah, 4 of our 5. Wait, no, Uribe is not a starter. Why is Uribe there? I knew something looked weird. Okay, so realistically, it'd be nice to bring a starter back. We would probably be looking something like this for now. Uh, Yeah, so 6 pitchers total, potentially 2 starters. We have 70.6 million with 66.2 for extensions. No one needs extended at all except for possibly Uribe and then Millis. Um, but that's not, that's not even that's neither here nor there. Basically, we don't have to worry about extensions, is all I'm trying to say. I swear it feels like somebody's missing from here. I guess it's just the active roster is over here. That was throwing me off. Uh the I just really didn't expect the pitching to look that empty though. Caught me off guard. I think De La Torre could come up and he could probably be long relief. Like that would be one less spot. I guess we could see how good we do in free agency because he might. I don't like him long term. I mean, he's came up a couple times already. He did okay there in the 76 innings, like not great. A 114 FIP minus does stink, but a 115 ERA plus is nice. And then he only had 1 inning last year, and he was okay in AAA, like hovered average. We'll promote him now for the sake of promoting him, just to have a look, right? He's not going to start though. I think I would do something like this. Okay, so let's go see. Um, First, I'm curious. Wait, no, I forgot. I was shopping. What's his name? Kamira. What made me get sidetracked was the fact that I saw Wilson Contreras pop up, and I was like, wait a minute, how much money do we have available? Because he's coming off of a 4.2 WAR year, and he's got $37 million. He's getting paid this year in the last year. That could be a pretty insane bat to add at the catcher position. That's a lot of money too. But he's coming off of an absolute nuclear season. We also have like much more pressing needs at reliever and starter. Kyle Bradish, I mean, he's been good. He's also getting paid 27.8 per year. See how much they want to retain 50%. Yeah, true. Yeah, like retaining with Contreras. It's definitely something I could look at. Let me do a quick scroll first. That's actually a great idea, though. Eldridge, that's the thing. I'd be so tempted by some of these bats, but there's just in no world do we need a bat. I could actually just do all pitchers, to be honest. Otherwise, no, that's actually a lie because we do need a bat. I was just talking about a catcher. I'm an idiot. Let's sort by position. Why are these top two? Oh, because I have my team needs set up. That's why offers matching team needs. Where I set my team needs here, it's putting the team needs at the top. I'm a dummy. I was like, why won't these two? Why are they immune to the sort? Now it makes sense. But that's weird because there's more relievers here. Wait, no, that's Brash. And that's Ben. Never mind. Okay, it's working as intended. Dylan Cease has 2 years left. Coming off a 2.4 WAR year. 29.2 million. Stephen Kwan, Quinn Matthews, Yuri Perez has 2 years left. 96 ERA plus, 102 ERA plus. This year was honestly just a down year. He'd been really good the other years. How bad were his walk? Dang, he had 3 home runs in a row in 3 different games. 54 walks. His walks per nine were 4.3. Yeah, this past year he did, obviously, in the game. But like 2029 and 28, 27 was pretty good. Makes you wonder. CJ Abrams, imagine. Luke Adams, Mason Adams. Nope. Hugo, this guy, he was an international free agent who obviously signed with the Braves in 2028. He's just all stuff. He had like a good year in 29, but he did last year was horrible. Is he really? I didn't know. Felix Aro- Wait. Didn't we almost trade for him over a Villa last year or something? This actually ain't that bad. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't see 4 years hiding behind here, but that's pretty cheap. That's pretty cheap. He hasn't like been the best though. His ERA struggles. How much of that I wonder is due to the defense behind him? Because his FIP minus is 99, 99, 96. I don't know. No, it's not only you, HYC. I'm actually done with it right now as we speak. It's funny you say that because I had the thought a second ago. I was like, oh man, my game is getting sluggish. Yeah, it's due to a memory leak. It's something they've tried to fix a couple times, but you're not alone. It definitely does it to me as well. I do like him though. I think we're going to add him to targets. He's interesting. He would fill a starter need for a player that's very disposable for us in Kimura. Yeah, for sure. Because this dude's fully disposable, by the way. Like, now, does he look good? Like, could he go and hit absolute bombs? Yeah. I don't want to play him over Fitzgerald. The only reason he got these 160 plate appearances last year is because of Fitzgerald was hurt. And this dude we actually just signed on a minor league contract when he entered out as an international free agent, and no one signed him. So I was like, screw it. We'll keep you for depth. But it's actually kind of crazy how good he looks now. I'm not going to lie, because he was a 45 out of 40. No, was he 40 out of 45? Yeah, and look at him. Maybe we're trading the wrong guy. You know what? Hold up. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The only thing is, Fitzgerald's a lot more safe. It's like, do you want the pop or do you want the consistency, I guess? Because he blows him out of the park whenever it comes to power. Fitzgerald also has a stealing ability. Like, he has 70 stealing ability as a first baseman. Don't get me wrong, he didn't have the green light a lot this past year. I should have bumped that up more. 70 stealing ability. His tendency is pretty low too. Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's true. You're right. About the much younger. He's also a switch hitter, same as Kamira. Yeah, see, okay. Thank you guys for reinforcing my thoughts. Makes me feel better. That's why I like streaming as well whenever I'm playing. There's like more sets of eyes on the decisions. Um, ooh. Waivers from Pittsburgh in 2027. He's a lefty, so he's way better versus lefties. We'll shortlist him as well. By the way, is his name Barso or is it Barso or Barco for Hunter? I'm too embarrassed. I was embarrassed to ask, but I just asked. So Joe Boyle has 3 years left. He's wrecked. Enrique Bradfield Jr., Sean Burke. No, can't lie. Rondi is pretty good. Joey Cantillo. Uh, he's like consistent, but I don't think I like him better than Rondi. Typical college player in GBL. Elementary player in GBL. Now, see, there was Ben up here too. There's Ben up here as well. Signed taking Astros, haha. The only Taiwanese current pitcher in MLB. Sad. Ah, is he? Let me see. Is he still in my database? Oh, he's on no team. Let's see. How did he do though? Well, look. Might as well. Okay, so 2026 was the first year of this save. All the Giants actually had him. Oh, in 2025, I'm an idiot. 2026 AAA. He pitched 3 innings, and then I guess they released him. But he played for some independent baseball teams, and he's done good in the independent leagues. That's cool, though. He did really good last year. You know what? I got you. Just for you, we're going to offer him a minor league contract so he can be a part of our organization, at least. Okay, so there was also Ben. Ben's quite nice. This was his first year of ARB that he got of the 3 million. Now he struggled. Can he be better than that? Bro. Can he be better than that? Probably. He was better than that with Texas. But I don't know. The personality is rough. I don't know how much of a locker room hindrance he would end up being. So I don't know. We'll keep it in the back of our mind. Right now, Arondi is the go-to. Cowser, Davis. Ooh, Henry Davis as well. He's splitting time at the Pirates and the Phillies. Otherwise, he probably would have hit even better. He's not that crazy. If I were going to go all in, it would probably be for Contreras. Okay. Let's start flying through this. Dylan Dodd, probably not. Britton Doyle, no. AJ Ewing, no. Freeland, Alex Freeland. Holy, why would the Yankees trade this guy? No, because, well, no, it's not his last year. He's ARB eligible after this. How did they get him? Drafted by the Dodgers in the third round, and then the Dodgers released him in 2028. What? Okay. I guess the Dodgers are just, don't need a guy like that hanging around. Probably got like Otani's firstborn playing shortstop by now. No. Okay, so it's coming down to Arani, or do we try and get them retain some on Contreras? Job, he's been struggling too. Tamar Johnson. I shouldn't even be looking at these hitters. He's very good. I don't. Dude, Kamara might go on to crush it though. Wait, Langlear's is here too. He's still got 3 years left though, and he's 33. Dang, though, he's been killing it for the Athletics. He's also only got 45 catching defense. That's funny though, HYC. My game is actually very laggy right now. Every time I try to hit the back button, it goes slow. Trent Harris. I'm scared to not look at every single starter. Let's do this. Let me look over here first. Arondi, okay. Braxton Ashcraft, who's been pretty good. He's 31 and fragile though. Hunter, Boyle, Bradish, Burke, Cantillo, Cease. Yeah, Cease isn't very cheap though. He's on 29 mil. Ricky Cruz is a prospect. Dylan Dodd, David Festa, Jordan. We clicked on him already. I thought, yeah. Quinn Matthews, Brett Lauder, Weston Lombard, Norman Lawn, Brady Miller, a 25-year-old though. Never mind. I saw the potential. Ethan Pecco, he has 35 stam though. See, this would be a great example if Breeze was still here because this guy has 35 stam, but he still has suggested role of starter. This is like what he was talking about earlier, so it's possible. I played OTP from 21 to 26. I actually got a career-ending injury first time in 26. Is it rare? Yeah, I would consider it rare. Yeah, it's crazy you got one though. Hopefully, it wasn't too like a super good player of yours. That would suck. But yeah, I would consider it rare. I do feel like I saw him more in 26 though than I did other OOTPs. So Pecco's actually an interesting option though. I can't lie. I'm actually a fan of him too. I can't right click him right here. He's on 7.9. He's got 3 years left. He jumps up to 18 mil by the end. Let me add him to the targets. Uh, Dude, did it change the order, or was I that far down already? No, no, he's down there. Wait a minute. Did I not look at? Oh, because how I did. Okay. Holy, I hate that I gotta resort it every time. Yuri Perez, Jack Perkins, Brendan Poff, Connor Prelip. It's alphabetical. It's not changing. You're right. Holy. I didn't realize it's alphabetical by their last name after I. Takoa Roby. Yep. Carlos Rodriguez. Nope. Grayson Rodriguez. Nope. Jose Rodriguez. Rojas. Sasaki. Actually had a good year last year. If I were going to go for him, though, I'd probably just go for Hugo at that point. All right, yeah, I mean, I think Rondi or Contreras. Wait a minute. Have they been just using him? No, I guess he's just been hurt. Boston used him out of the pin. He's a fan fave. Got the great personality combo. They claimed him on waivers from Boston. He's only got 40 control, so that would hurt him as a starter. Rookie's a beast in your save. Yeah, I bet he looks way better than this. You savage. Yeah, was he on here? Did you see him? What did he look like? Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be down here with the Y's, huh? Or was he way down here? I don't see him. Okay, then as far as relievers, it's literally pretty much more Rockers a reliever now. Thomas White is a reliever now. One guide. Yeah, I got one guide, I guess. Sasana's with the Cubs. Peterman, Thomas White, Samuel Basallo. Yeah, Sasana made it over there to the Cubs now. Fell off. Okay, let's see if they would somehow retain 50% on Contreras. That was a great idea. Uh, how old is our report? August. Well, September, October. That's 3 months. Surely it's safe coming off of that year. Surely. I found out pitcher ratings are usually way higher than batter. Is it a bug or hmm? What do you mean exactly? Do you mean like their overall or like in something else? All right, retain 50, and then wait a minute. Why didn't I just go back? Here we go. They want more to do that. Okay, okay. Hold up, hold up. We got a good form. We got a good form. Relax, relax. What if we give you uh I don't like cheese in the AI. That's all I want it to be. Yeah, overall. I don't know. I would have to look here in a second. I could look at the whole MLB player list and see what kind of like tendencies, I guess what's really happening for me. Jim Brickey. I understand the 2033, every pitcher average rating is higher, but not better. That's interesting. You didn't happen to change any game settings, did you? Where maybe like you made one of them develop more? Like did you adjust any of the development or aging settings? Maybe? I doubt you did, but it's just like the first thing that came to my mind. Well, I feel like another like a 45 will get it done. I don't know what's fair. I mean, Kamara is not a bad. He's 29. He's going to go probably hit nukes for him. We're taking a part of a contract off their hands. think a 45 potential to add on would be good. But like, I also don't want it to be like a random Carlos Acosta that just looks terrible. I want it to be kind of fair. Like Brendan Bernard has the chance to be an insane gap hitter or gap power hitter. Jim Brickey's 20 is developing well, could be average. That's pretty fair. You want Brickey? More effort. Okay, dude. Yeah, so I don't know if they like retaining the 50%. What if we go? This is also a 1-year rental, by the way. I don't think there's a world where we extend a 33-year-old catcher after the fact. Micah can't be traded. I wonder if they would go for someone who's younger, or what about Jose Mendez? Is it enough? Okay, what if we do Mendez and who was the other guy? Shoot. Not Willie. Wasn't Carlos. Wait, it was an outfielder. Bricky. Tack on more. Okay, dude. So I'm just getting fleeced here. Let's remove Bricky. All of a sudden, I like Bricky. What about Bernard? All right, that's not going to do it either. They want a 50. I know they want a 50. They want a 50 potential guy. No, I do, but here's what's going to happen. I already saw that coming from a mile away. Yeah, true. The 40 might make a big difference. No, I don't change it, HYC. I did in previous games, I did change the aging down by like 0.50, but this year it's actually not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, let's start fresh. Let me remove that. Let's do like, what about 45? Okay, they wiggled a little bit, but I mean, they added Bill Ramirez and Garcia. Okay, so 40. Okay, they wiggled a little bit more. Okay, hang on. Let me do 40, and then let me try some stuff. Let me try some stuff. Hold up, hold up. Juan Lopez looks respectable. He's 25 though, but maybe y'all like him. Okay, tantalizing offer. I don't know what tantalizing means. Um, but that's y'all can use the big words if you want, if it makes you feel cool. Uh, Brad Campbell. Listen, okay, I get it. This whole time, I didn't know that y'all wanted Bernard. And Bricky. Oh my lord. Okay, let's just add another 45 just to see if they're just trolling us. Dude, okay, I don't know. I don't know if that's happening. Yeah, they're trolling. But let's see how much of a difference just like a 50 does. Because I can probably part with like Andy Moorhead, who's probably going to end up being okay. Actually, this is my issue. I get too greedy because all of a sudden I look at Andy, I'm like, I can part with Andy. And then I'm like, I see a 30 plus base stealer with like almost leading the league in doubles every year. All of a sudden, now he is fragile, but he's also 23. Gabe Wallace is good. So no more head. Limbs falling on the ground. If you know, you know. What about Ryan Gonzalez? It's like I'm too attached. Oh no, my career-ending injury is on Contreras. Wait, no way, no way. That's actually crazy. The same Contreras or his brother Wilson? What about Sir Jameson? He's 24. He could be a replacement catcher for you. He also hits bombs. I'm just not a fan of his defense. Do I think he could probably come up and hit the freaking crap out of the ball? Probably. But he's not going to pass the defensive lab. Not with us. I'm still weighing the pros and cons of your proposal. We also traded freaking Shea Langeliers. Yeah, the catcher on 2033. That's crazy, actually. Here we are in 2030. I hope that's not a sign of things to come for R. Contreras. Oh, man. Justin. You guys like Justin. Okay, wait. So you like Justin Kamira and you liked Bricky. Oh my gosh. Leave us alone. You liked Naples. You liked Naples. Pache, yeah, the GOAT. Boys, I don't know if this is happening. Think of a man that had to deal with Gus Ramirez. Need that defense behind the dish or your buns. Hang on a minute. Why is there more catchers here than it said at first? Wait, did they? Oh, Hoppy's here. They bring. They bring Mourinho back? Oh my gosh, they did. Holy, I mean, 23. He took. Oh, he took the qualifying offer of 23.4. Wait, are they the one? They're the one approved by 21. Oh yeah. Please make an official offer and I'll respond soon. Dude, grow up. I get to attach to prospects. I click on dudes and I'm like, oh, but he's like the next GOAT. What do you mean? And then it's just like he's gonna flame out. Wait, Luke Dickerson. I'm not sure yet what I want to do about your offer. Well, make up your mind. Okay, you like Willie. You like the Willie. I will give you the Willie if you will take the deal. Actually, I don't know. I have to give up an okayish prospect that might look okay, but will most likely never play on your team. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Like Luke, right? He's 25 and a pain in the you know what. Yeah, they had Francisco Alvarez. The Mets did, yeah, or they still do, I assume. Um, about Rick, you're still mulling. This dude won't say yes or no now. He's sitting right on the fence. So we're gonna have to be another 50. Let's go up through here. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why is Bryce a reliever now? Don't do that. As a matter of fact, just to make sure, we're going to literally put the stuff in action that I was talking about earlier, I guess. So I already sent Luke. Yeah, then we get into guys on the active roster. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, I know what to do. Roster, entire org. Let me go to first base. 23, 25. We have Fitzgerald on the active roster. 24. Kamira. So Kamira's going to be gone. Andy Moorhead, Jim Bricky. Okay, so a lot of these aren't actual first basemen, though. Handy Morales. Chris Bale. Okay. What if we do Fitz and Sir Jameson? Not Fitz. I meant Dickerson and Sir Jameson, but okay. What if? Okay, he went back up to 40. Wait, He doesn't say yes. He says make your offer official. 30 is the cutoff. 25 million for 1 year. I think that's what we got to do. You got to think about if you think they're not that good and willing to. Oh, they probably think the same way and they don't really want to. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Which I try not to. Like I said, I don't like to finesse the AI. So, like respectfully, there's a world where Cabrera goes over there and hits 30 plus home runs for them. To be honest, and then there's a world where, I mean, Dickerson. I don't think Dickerson works out. Sir Jameson Jones, they still start him at catcher and he hits 25 plus. Like there's a world where we still take a pretty big L on this trade, but we're getting like a proven catcher. It's a 1 year rental. He's durable. He's coming off a 4.2 WAR. The worst was 1.9, and that was like an off year. So, what's your trade difference? What do you mean? Talking about the money? Like the our available money drops by 25 million? Oh, difficulty. It's a default. Default. Yeah, it's on default. I want to look at the defensive zone rating when trading a catcher. The batting area is important to me and it actually saves me a lot of money. Yeah, like I know I could just pile up on defense, but we have like a pretty elite we have a pretty elite offense. I think we're gonna do this trade. We have an elite offense in the one hole. Wait, they were actually the fans like Chimera? That's actually crazy. He had a little cult following down in AAA, I guess. But they love Contreras. Uh yeah, so now that's our offense, like completely settled. So Contreras joins the team. But yeah, I do agree about the defense, right? I do agree. But his bat, like catcher, was the only bat that was probably going to be a what if this year. Now, I mean, when you look at this offense, that's pretty crazy. We easily have probably the best offense in the league now. Maybe, hopefully, possibly. Okay, but now we got to go all in on pitching and free agency. First, let me make sure as well, by the way, that there's no one else we want to kind of move. Like Jeremy's chilling, but not that worried about him. I cannot wait for Liao. He's gonna be like our own Connor Griffin, possibly. By the way, can you imagine the development he might have before even opening day? Like he should probably come. Yeah, he should come up to the spring training roster at 19 as well. Okay, all right. Series winning offense, but you might need to score 7 a game. No, you're right. You're exactly right. I do think, I know we spent a lot of time yapping tonight. I do think I'm going to stop there, though. It's 11:48 p.m. here on the East Coast. We've been going at it for 3 hours and 43 minutes. I appreciate everyone who's hung out. It means an absolute ton. It's been a blast. Um, if you've stopped in, you followed, you chatted it up, everybody on YouTube watching as well, thank you so much. If you ever want to watch on Twitch, you don't have to. You can watch on YouTube. But if you play Perfect Team in OOTP, you can watch on Twitch and get drops. At the same time if Perfect Team's your style. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna look for let's see who's live, see if there's somebody to raid possibly. But yeah, thank you Pikachu. Thank you so much Pep for the sharing your Prime sub here. Thank you Josh for gifting a sub. All the new follows tonight. Everybody that redeemed your points tonight to name staff members and stuff, making the stream even more fun. I appreciate you as always. And yeah, I guess might as well, right? Let's see. Infield 207 is live. That's someone we've never rated. We're gonna rate him. Let's head over there. Raid infield. If you guys, it would mean the world if you just say, hey, or like what's up, or say, yo, raid or whatever. That would be cool. But yeah, YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and end that stream there. Thank you guys so much for watching over on YouTube. The new Angels video is up today. Thank you if any of you happen to sub or like the stream tonight as well. I don't have the alert set up for that to see that. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great night, and I will catch you in the next one.